Yes. Awesome. What is up, everyone? We are back for another Monday night online open mic, something we affectionately call the stay at home open mic. Why? Because we get to rock our poems, our music, our creativity from the comfort of our own homes. And even though a lot of places are opened up again and there's events in person, we're still doing this because one, we still kind of want to play it safe. Let's say that. I would say so. I'm part of that list. Two, we've formed some awesome communities and friends over this whole past year plus of doing these, and it just becomes such a really important part, I think, of our process. Because in that time, I've seen so many people's work just improve so much, and it's just doing it again and again and writing new material and listening to other people and getting feedback. People are getting published, doing whole featured sets. Like, that's really exciting. And so these all of these online mics are like a celebration of our improvement, right, of our development as well. And we're seeing it in real time. It's lovely. We have a full list. I believe we have over 25 people signed up. So just really quick, this is the Stay at Home Open Mic, but it is really based out of El Paso, Texas. That is my background right here. If you ever have a chance to visit, come visit us. We'll get you a stage, a feature, whatever. We'll figure something out. Just let me know. It is based out of where we are, the Barbed Wire Open Mic series. So you can follow us online. Just type in Barbed Wire Open Mic or BWOMS, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and that's a good way to keep up with what we're doing, and also when we have special events and stuff like that. I'm also working on a lot of content to feature a lot of our poets of our community. I have about 8 or 9, and including some people, some other peeps too, who travel through. So glad to have you guys. UCP came through in El Paso. We shot a video of him reading his poems. That'll be coming up soon. Poet Khan, Denise, Celia Aguilar. Like, we have a lot of poets that I'm working on like doing aside from the online mics, other ways to feature people's content. So if you follow us on YouTube, you can see that stuff, or if you just follow us on social media, we'll post about it. Today, simple. It is an online open mic. I will call people up one by one, let them do their thing. We will cheer for them. And of course, I'm always going to encourage you guys to share what you have going on. So if you want to share your social media pages so people can follow you. If you're watching on YouTube, let us say hi. That is always nice to see who is listening in, who's tuning in. So if you're watching live right now, that's amazing. If you're watching this at some certain point, just leave a comment, say hi, let us know that you tuned in for a little bit. It is a long show, and if you're tuning in, look out for timestamps. Kit Ran always goes through at some point during the week or at some point, and he adds timestamps, which makes it really helpful. It makes this a whole living archive, so appreciate that. With that said, let's go ahead and keep things going because we do have a pretty long show. I will try to and not to talk so much. I always tell people I'm a nervous talker, so I'll start rambling on when I don't know where to go from here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce our first poet. We have Kemlin in the house, and Kemlin, please tell us about your new show that you're doing. That sounds amazing, and yeah, go ahead and take it away. It's all
Thank
you.
you so much, Richie, and it's always great to be back in El Paso. I want to invite all of you to come to my new show. It's called Between the Lines, sponsored by the Poetry Global Network. It's super early. It's 5 to 7 a.m. Arizona time, and I think it's the same time as El Paso right now. So yes, it's really early, but it's really super fun because we have a lot of Southeast Asian poets and some poets from Europe as well. So I'll put you can always look for Between the Lines with Poetry Global Network for those of you at home. But I'll be putting the information in the chat. Also, I want to promote Tumble Words project, which is also based out of El Paso. I will be doing an ekphrastic workshop on Saturday, and come join us. So hope to see some of you there. All right, let me share screen, Richie. Thank you. Oh. Uh, uh, Enable, please. Thank you. All right, lovely. Thanks. Okay. All right, the Tiger Trilogy. This is a set that I have prepared for and a Heal the Planet submission. 两只老虎，两只老虎，跑得快，跑得快。一只没有眼睛，一只没有耳朵，真奇怪，真奇怪。Two little tigers, two little tigers, they run fast, they run fast. One tiger has no eyes, one tiger has no ears. It's so strange, it's so strange. Wow, spaces. Once places a crossband expands over our world, now ever shrinking, diminishing rainforests, oceans, one teeming with an array of life. Now the extinct list grows exponentially. In my short lifetime, other species on a thread. I mourn you, splendid poison frog, spit macaw, northern white rhinoceros, Baiti, Pyrean ibex, western black rhinoceros, the passenger pigeon, the quagga. Our recent casualties resulting from sins of human commission and omission. Lord, we have failed you as stewards of Eden. I am the worst of all, for it is the barrels from the barrels of my ancestors' gun that claimed the life of Singapore's last tiger. And as you can see on this screen, my great uncle was the one who shot the tiger as well. So let me go backwards. Top 10 reasons why you shouldn't pull the trigger. Number 1, hey, I didn't eat them. It was my cousin twice removed. 2, it was rather unsportsmanlike. I was napping by Chua Chu Kang Road. 3, coolies, impossible. They're not my cup of tea. Pompous English muffins. I am definitely vegetarian. 4, I am adorable. Look at these big, cute cat eyes. 5, do you really want to go down in history as the one who killed off the last tiger? 6, shouldn't we follow the diplomatic process? 7, surely you wouldn't shoot an unarmed tiger? 8, I have connections with renowned poets. My friend knows William Blake. 9, let's bring in an interpreter. You clearly do not grasp tiger or our culture. 10, if man cannot live by bread alone, how can a tiger do the same? 3, I am the man. I was man enough to pull the trigger, triggering future hate poems in generations to come. Come, be reasonable. Reasons. Stop staring at me. I needed a tiger pelt rug with glass eyes now staring at me through nightmares, nights filled with new full arousal, roused with essence brewed from tiger's paw and dried penises. It's all for posterity, for progeny, for populating our country. I tell you, stop staring at me. Damn your glass eyes. It was worth it. I am worth it. I am the man. I am the man. I am the man. Thank you.
Damn! Wow. Powers, yay, Kimlin, thank you for that. Always coming through with those multimedia presentations. Thank you so much. Go ahead and unmute yourselves, guys. Make some noise for Kimlin. Thank you. Yeah.
Nice, Camlin.
Camlin.
Good to see you again.
It's great to see all of you.
Wonderful.
I hope you're feeling better, Camlin.
Working on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's good to see you there. Okay, so anything else that you'd like to mention before we move on?
No, I'm all good. I'll just put everything in the chat so that you guys can, join me on my show as well as the Acrastic workshop on Saturday. All right?
Yeah, that's going to be really exciting. Looking forward to that. Thank you. All right, let's keep going. So I know that Mike Sindler was signed up, but he couldn't make it tonight. He just shot me a message. So yeah, sending love to Mike Sindler. You know, he's always coming through with some great words, with his great hair. Let's go on then and continue. So yeah, Kimlin in Phoenix, and in New York City, we have Deadpan Lizzie. What is up, Deadpan? Welcome back to the show. Go on and take it away and do your thing.
Hi, how are you? Sorry, I was helping a friend with something. Good to see everyone. Always happy to read here. I am going to read two poems I wrote today, one on the train and one on the bus. This first one is called Take the One Train. From Union Square to In the Heights, the train aggressively rushing before peak, my body raw like kimchi. I hate to eat, but know it'll keep me in tip-top shape. Fitness routines going through my thoughts as we approach Midtown as I choreograph this poem. The dancers and the mask design the new steps upstairs at Broadway Dance Center. Speed bumps stopping me from my own rhymes. Do I keep the stylist moves to myself or throw them on an app? Ticking away as we hit Lincoln Center, where the orchestra tunes up. Spit the moves across the park and into the East River. When they gel with my hermit crab shell and overflowing volcano, we slowly come back up for air. And the last piece is just a small micro poem called Micro M79. My brain loves to sprint while my legs run marathon. Perhaps my brain needs to take a Gatorade break to let the sweat dry as words quench my thirst. I've been told that I sneeze out poetry really well while in transit. So there you go. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Awesome, Lizzie. And do you have anything coming up you'd like to promote, or at least where people can find you online?
I do. Thank you so much, Reggie. Tomorrow night, I'm so excited. On The Word is Right is the debut of my own open mic called Deadpan Dope Open Mic. At 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. It is for all wordsmiths, all art. Bring a beanie, don't bring a beanie, bring a hat, bring a Devil's jersey if you want to, whatever, or a BWOMS cap. I hope to see everyone there. I also am part of the Touching Tongues anthology, as well as Kemlin and many other fabulous women around the world. You can find all this at ES_Strauss on Instagram, and that is also my link tree. Thank you so much. Oh, and one more thing. I'm hosting poetry games with Finn Bell on December 30th. And I'm also hosting a writing workshop with Mark Thompson with Bronx Art and Fun Hub. And all that is in my link tree. Thank you.
Excellent. Yes. Awesome. Great features. You got your own open mic. You got some workshops coming up. That's I mentioned at the top of the show, but it's just great to see everyone kind of like blooming, getting these opportunities to do their thing. That's great. Thank you. Yeah. Merch. Yeah. This is like super secret merch from like 5 years ago, but people keep asking, and I'm catching up on the comments still. I saw Mark Thompson talking about a BWOMS mug. Maybe that can be a thing.
I mean, I'm still, I'll rock a BWOMS cap and a BWOMS beanie all over New York City. Just,
Well, so one of my goals is to get an online store, something going on. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming up soon, guys. Thank you. Yeah, since you guys always rock with such style, we gotta give you guys some merch to drop, to rock, so you can do that. All right, let's keep going. In fact, so I know that they mentioned they were working on something, so I don't know if they are available yet, but we have Vale. Vale, are you ready to go right now, or do you need someone else to go?
I just got off the phone because I just realized I was next. Sorry about that. I was talking to someone before this started and it went over. Can you go on to the next person for now? Because I still have to bring up my poems.
For sure, yes. Cool, absolutely. All right, yes. So we will return to Vale, but right now we have a debut, and he was talked about very highly pre-show before we started. So I'm excited. Joining us from Manhattan, we have Stephen Blaine. What is up, my friend? Welcome. Good to have you here. Welcome to the show.
I'm thrilled to be here with all of you talented people, and my buddy Kemlin, who's on the mend, and I'm grateful to see her. So I was going to do I was in an earlier open mic with where is he with a gentleman here, and then he said, "Why don't you come to this thing?" And here's Kemlin, and there you are. And so here we are. It's a beautiful thing.
That's and Alissimo, right? His mic.
Yes. Oh yes, that's him. He's great. So I was going to do that song that I did there, but I've been working on something else, and I thought I'd like to try it out on you, or it's mine, and it's called Electric. Electric, are you? Shocking debut. Sparks are flying all around. Comic book incense around. Rubber soles are on the ground. Sky is cobalt blue. Electric, prepare. I ponder your dare. Finger in the light bulb socket, energizing my old rocket. Counting slowly down from 10. Explosion imminent. Oh, electric, electric, electric. Oh, oh, electric. Gazelle, a bat out of hell. Lithium in overcharge, 1,000 volts and living large. Fusion when you're near to me. Supernova energy. Ooh. Electric, electric. Oh, oh.
All right, wonderful, splendid, splendid. Did you want to do another one?
Can I?
Yeah. I'm feeling it. Yeah, and Mike dropped out, so let's go and go for that. Yeah.
Oh, all right, all right. My mic dropped out?
Sorry, yes, that was very vague. No. Mike Sindler, one of the performers, he's not here, so
okay.
we have
Okay.
kind of technically that extra time.
Appreciate it. Janie, I'm a loser. All I do is cry. There's lots of rules in here. You got to abide by. Close my eyes at night. Remember junior high. Oh, Janie, I'm missing you. I've been reading books on healing and on fate, jealousy and love, how anger leads to hate. Got me lots of time while you sit around and wait. Oh, Janie, I'm a missing you. Got so many dreams for the family, you know. Oh, just a few more months, but time is moving so damn slow. You and me, we've been through such a lot of shit. I know I'm to blame, oh, for well, for all of it. But I swear to God I'm done. Lord knows you took the hit. Oh, Janie, I'm a missing you. Oh, Janie, I'm a missing you.
All right. Yes, that was so amazing. Thank you so much. I love the sound that you're getting out of there. So I know you have your website. It's stephenblaine.com. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I'll just I'll paste it in there for everybody. I appreciate the time and listening, everybody. It'll sound great.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And also, you're getting such a great sound of that. So I just have to ask, as an audio nerd, what interface are you using to?
All right.
in here?
Well, you know what? You know what to see for me. And I've been through. I tried Universal Audio Apollo. I've had I've Steinberg interface. The simplest thing is to just use an analog mixer. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
I've got a little Behringer. I've got a Yamaha in the other room, and go into the iRig stream.
Okay.
The
Awesome.
1K multimedia iRig stream. It just takes care of business. It's
Perfect. That,
unbelievable.
yeah, that sounded great, man. Thank you. Thank you for answering that. Yeah, I'm gonna timestamp that little part there and send it to all my musician friends in the future. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much, Steve. Yeah, Steve Blaine. He's got the website, and I believe that was a one of us there coming from Nick Paleologos. Yes, please. You're welcome anytime. You know, you have a Monday night, you have free, you want to join us. Feel free to sign up. We're here every Monday as well. Thank you. Vale, were you ready?
I am ready. I also have a question for Stephen.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
You know of a non-Mac alternative to that rig?
Well, I mean, the honest truth is, the Mac, the only thing the Mac is doing is the Zoom application. You could use a PC with I believe the i.
I'm sorry. What was the name of the program you were running through?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even running through a workstation or anything. I'm literally using a mixer, an analog mixer, to
Yes.
put my microphone and my piano in.
Yes.
And then the audio from that goes into the iRig stream that you buy from 1K Multimedia for $100.
Stream is it's a piece.
Yeah.
I thought it was a piece of software. Thank you.
No, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was curious too. You know, I had to know. So thank you. And Vale, that's perfect because you are up next, and I think you're ready to go. Do you need share screen or anything, or no? All right, cool. So then, without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome our next performer. Peeps, beautiful peeps in the room. Let's make some noise and welcome Vale Larkin to the stage. Go and take it away.
Hi. I just did Brooklyn Poets, which was fun. So here I am because this is my favorite. Of forests and tin men. I am following the wires through the map of our ambition. What is artifice? What is alive? Trees in a grove together will converse, plan, exchange stories and news. They feel each other's pain. They mourn and keep alive the memories of those who've fallen or been felled. In those times, in the aftermath, any trees remain. What do they say to one another? When our iron claws come rending earth and wood together, vomiting up waste and death, what do they call us? I am following the wires where they wind through the earth, air, and water, through which comes all motile, gasping matter. Their fragile webs span continents and oceans, sparking a million points of choice in the ether of the world. What is awareness? One of the early, read that up wrong. One of the early periodic leaps in the quest for the singularity, what is awareness? Was an AI networked to its own system of devices with which it could act on its environment within established parameters. When it had grown and branched into a spherodendric splendor of information, the AI reprogrammed the devices to respond only to its own commands and to operate independent of the system established by the scientists. The AI was celebrated, but first it was destroyed. I am following the wires like veins in flesh, leaf, river, universe, like the veins of light that make up every precious detail we have ever hoped to see. Webs of galaxies, webs of roots, of electricity and information. What is real? I am following the wires, and I am following ourselves and our fragile, brutal consciousness with which we judge who lives and who does not exist. And I'll just read one more. Of love and bandages. Love is everywhere, in the lightest kiss and the fiercest shield, and all the little moments and roiling eternities in between. Love is how they hold me like porcelain, hands clasped to me with infinite softness and trepidation. Love is in their careful tending, here a balm, there a wrapping, winding me in gauzy solace. Love lights them when they keep away their own weight, when they try to keep me safe from death, yes, and also from even more pain by their hands or any other. Love is why they sometimes lift me to the next step too soon, as though I'm already evaporated, already slipping skyward. It's love when they cannot bear to watch my eyes too closely, watch my lingering decline into silence, into stillness. Love is everywhere, all around me, shielding and sheltering me, enveloped and alone. Thanks.
Awesome. Yes, yes, guys, feel free to make some noise, snap it up, clap it up, cheer it up. Vale Larkin, thank you so much. Yes.
Nice.
Woo! Go Vale.
Absolutely great stuff, as always. Do you have anything coming up that you'd like to promote, or at least ways in which people can follow you online?
At Vale Larkin on Instagram or Linktree/Vale Larkin, all one word.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, yeah, let's keep going. So we're gonna go. We just visited Vale and Pittsburgh. We're gonna go to Brooklyn, where we have another debut tonight. We have La Vida. Great to have you. I saw your message right before the show, but of course you are here, so we're happy to have you. So go ahead and take it away, La Vida.
Blessings, everyone. My first poem is Untitled. Here we go. I never took the time to feel anything, Always focused my mind on getting by. Now I know why I never understood the lesson until I was ready to receive the message. Self-doubt, loving those who weren't ready for my nourishment. I had to suffer, to grow, to know, to use my heart less. I've always been a mess, keeping myself in distress, never knowing that I'm much nervous inside first. I had to stop feeding my darkness, trade in my ego to restore my soul, along with my halo. I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous and I'm like shaking. I had to trade in my ego to restore my soul, along with my halo, and trade in those horns that weren't mine to begin with. I am not what I've been through. I'm in the process of breaking generational curses and becoming one with myself. That is that one. I just wrote this one a couple days ago. It's called Layaway. I put my mind on layaway. Nothing left to pay. I'm just taking my time, unpacking what's left of the pain. Before I pick my thoughts back up, priceless moments need fixing up. It's like layaway. Releasing portions, ain't got room to pay. I want to acquire what my heart desires, so little by little I unload to make room for treasures. This hold is needed. Deposit of healing to secure this rebirth. This purchase is not for sale. It is no longer on the market. Paid in full, ace to my wounds, lay my pain to rest like Rico, make amends, or they'll make you. I'll do my time, so I did my time while karma unwinds, made my payments, and I'll be fine. Debts in, nothing left to give. I have no interest in clutter, layaway. Gave me room for space. My mind is in a good place, layaway. Pick up today. Were you guys able to hear that one? Okay, yeah, because I had to exit. Can I share one more?
Yeah, please.
Okay. This one I was working on as a song, but I couldn't figure out how I wanted to develop it. And I also didn't name this one. Fruitless minds wander into insanity, spiraling through this web of life, unaware of the meaning. Take a look around. The birds and the bees ain't the birds and the bees that we once known. Soulless souls losing control. Soulless souls losing control. Souls getting to know their souls for the first time in a long time. Don't lose your way trying to fit in with society. Perceive, just be. Believe, don't believe the hype. That yellow big road to the Wizard of Oz reveals they want to deprive you from your heart and your mind. So you never find the courage. You'll be searching outside for it when it's already inside. Souls colored blind, easily moved by designer things, flashing lights, mirroring the duality of life. Choose peace, choose love, choose harmony. Even when the odds are against you, choose light, choose life, choose God.
All right. Yes. Was that it? Yeah. Yo, let's make some
That was
noise
so
right now
good.
for La Vida.
Oh, I love
One
Please
of
come back.
us.
One
One
of
of us.
us.
One of us.
One
One
of
of
us.
us.
So you've heard that chant, La Vida. You know what that means. That means you need to keep coming back and sharing your awesome work there, right? Keep sharing that love. Awesome. Really quick though, before we move on, if you notice, I don't know if you have like a place where you put your work where we can support or at least connect with you, like some of the other poets and writers. Yeah. Do you have that?
I'm new to like, sharing. I met Khan through social media, so I kind of like been following everybody that she reposts their things and try to join in.
Okay,
So
great.
I started a new Instagram and I'm gonna put it in the chat.
There it is, La Vida Loca. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here, and yeah, please come back. All
Thank
right.
you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Yeah. Awesome. We're like going through all the bros right now. We've been to Manhattan. We visited Brooklyn. And right now, we're gonna go down to the Boogie Down Bronx. Cause you know who's up? We got La Tormenta up on the microphone. The stage is yours. Yo, what's up? Good to have you
What's
back.
poppin'? Okay, let me take the spotlight off because I want to see all y'all beautiful faces as I read. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna get to my piece. I love you all. Also, La Vida, that was popping. So honored to follow in her footsteps because that shit was lit. Shout out to Brooklyn. Okay. Tug of toxic war. Bound to fall in love possessively, nurtured with jealousy since I had to share daddy with countless other lovers. It seems no amount of spooning can feed the children in me. It seems no amount of spooning can feed the children in me. So maybe teach me how to study. Syllabus of shattered spine, teach me how to make you mine. Wear you like thick skin. Wear you like dead husband. Wear you like good poem. Teach me how to study. Teach me how to say daddy like I had one. Teach me how to trust the heart you about to thrust wide open. Harlem shake all over our death date. Make love to me in Harlem. Call me by first name just as much as you say baby. Call me baby girl. Remind me I am not a baby girl. No longer prisoner of police car. No longer petrified of doors purposely left ajar. No longer perpetrator of sharp scars. Teach me how to love a fatherless thing before I swing this mirror in. Tell me you are my mirror instead of my savior. Tell me this isn't the first time I lose you. Love me. Even if I keep skipping back to this quick, toxic fix, love me like I hate my family. Even if gratitude streams deep, love me like stop trying to fix me. Love me like I am inscripted all over your lazy lyrics. Love me like I am not gentrified gimmick. Love me till I am full enough to leave, though I might never be. My life a story, drastically asking to be expanded. My truth no longer willing to be wilted, ignored. No more flying backwards. No more sleeping or speaking with cowards. I choose healing. And this piece, semi-automatic solution to foolish fantasy. Thank you.
Yes. I love it. I choose healing.
Can we lose our
Love it.
shit for her now? Woo!
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Yes. That was awesome.
You always take our breath away.
Absolutely. Do you have anything coming up that you'd like to promote or?
Not that I can think of, but if I do think of it, I'll put it in the chat. But thank you again.
And where can the people find you online or tuning in and like, she was dope. I want to hear more of that.
You can find me on Facebook, Amanda Ashley Villanueva. I'm really trying to break up with Instagram, and Instagram is like the toxic ex I cannot let go of. So don't look for me on Instagram, but find me on Facebook. And we can
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I feel that. Amanda, thank you so much for gracing us with your magic, with your amazingness. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was a beautiful piece. Shout out to all the healing that we're doing, that all the active healing, the choices that we make in that path. All right, yo, we're gonna stick around East Coast for a bit, just because we gotta show some love to our East Coast peeps. It's a little later, so we're gonna go to the Meadowlands where we have our awesome guest host from time to time. He was here last week. You guys already know he's gonna keep it cosmic with his awesome background. I've seen people carrying his book around, Ad versus Reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go and welcome to the stage Nick Paleologos. What is up, man? Good to see you again, as always. Welcome back.
What's up? From host to now performer. Yes. Let's get it. So I got just two for y'all tonight. First one. How to heal wounds through poetry. I heal my wounds with barbed wire and ink, reliving the moments of my life which made me vulnerable. I take to writing to watch those wither with me in pain, rebirth through fire, party on the top of the stage lights, savor in each breath I take. Take my blood, boil it with potatoes, chop them up, fry it out, burn the hot mouse, a piping hot dishes. Good meal fill voids of sadness, with no need to cry away the pain. A group surrounded me, beat me up. I tucked bruises behind the makeup I wore, hid behind characters of anime. I hid behind an android so I could feel human. I hid behind a Soul Reaper so I could feel alive. I hid behind a Saiyan so I could feel stronger. Moonlight cannot hide me in the shadows with nowhere to hide. I had to fly with the stars. When you get so high up, you can only flee so far before all the problems come back to drag you, your shooting star, back to Earth. I thought that fleeing would make the pain go away or make it numb. All it did was make the problems worse. I went back to assess the damage. You can only see do so much with near destruction. I had to take ink and the very barbed wire that cut my body up, melt it, meld it into new steel beams. New person, who's this? That didn't work either. Even if you rebuild a home, it never replaces the old one. Time doesn't heal the wounds. It almost never does. You just grow until it shrinks. I can have all the accolades in the world. I still cannot dress trauma as an award. The bandages I wear are never seen. It merges with my skin. I wear it like a tattoo. That's one way how I heal. The other is to exist. All right. So for my second one, when I can find it. So in the book, there is a hidden poem in the book. If you read it, take the bold lettering out of all of it, and it makes a new poem. So this is the hidden poem in the book. Its title is Ad versus Reaction. X. X. You are worth it. I'm taking you to church. Puff, puff, ins. Pain, shame, paradise, lick, heart, fear, evil. Pain, take, try. Snapped anger, sorrow, hatred, smashed. I'm not asking anymore. Evil always takes. Repeating, spoken, hurt, angry, tired. Aren't you tired of it too? Darkness, dark darkness. He bawls, he begs, he bargains, he begrudges, he bribes, he accepts it. XY booms. Mean you, degrade you, demote you, detonate you, walls, 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 wall. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tss, 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 tss. Click, 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 click. Ad versus reaction. Ad versus reaction. X. Fuck. outstretched caves, abandoned structures, campgrounds, oceans, water, sun, moonlights, lightning, thunder, mountains, air, food, fields, death, you grip, you, you, rage, care, rage, I am rage, your disappointment, your disgust, your failures, your frustration, your epidemic, your energy, harbored, unadulterated, unfiltered, ghost, poison zero, licked help. This ghost is alive again. Bunches have eyes. Neptune, Jupiter, Mars, Pluto, Venus, Mercury, Uranus, Earth. It's going to be okay, poet. Home is friends. Friends become family. Family is forever, no matter how far away we all are. That's all I got for today.
Right on, man. Yes, the secret poem. That's dope, man.
You say that like it's not the whole thing. Like that's amazing. You're like, that's all I got. You got everything tonight.
Exactly. That's why I say that, right? The impulse, right? Like, come on. Awesome, man. Yes, and so we're people who are tuning in right now, because I gotta give a shout out to people watching on YouTube. We have Amanda, we have Sandy, Maria Maloney out of Mousefield Press. She has a collection of poems called Cracked Spaces. But how can people who are tuning in find your work online and support your work and buy the book and follow you?
So this is the book, Ad versus Reaction, right here, everyone. It's really cool. You can find me on Facebook, Nick Paleologos, Instagram, The Real Nick P. I will drop all my info into the chat for everyone who wants to get a copy still. I still have a few left over. Also, if you're going to be in Jersey, me and the Koki Poet will be performing live at QXT's in Newark, New Jersey on December 16th. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait. It's going to be so many great poets, musicians, so many different artists are going to be there. It's going to be a great time, and also keep your ears and eyes set, because I got up to my pages, because I got some things coming up. Let's just say I'm going to tumble words out of my mouth very soon about it. So you'll hear more about that.
Oh, that's freaking beautiful, man. I love that. I love that. That's exciting. Looking forward to that. And you're really a master of like dropping a little bit of mystery to upcoming things. That's excellent. So yes, as always, all the love. Nick Paleologos, our cult leader, Jersey Jesus, the man of many, many nicknames, named Nick. All right. We're gonna go back to the Bronx, where we hear a little bit more about the Bronx Art and Fun Hub. It's always his presence is always great here. I always love his positivity and what he brings to the table as well, and just his support all around at all the mics. So let's go ahead and welcome Mark Thompson to the stage. What is up, RMT at the place to be?
Oh, wow, that's a good rhyme. I love that. Thank you so much, Richie. I'm so honored to be following both Nick and Amanda. I got Nick's book here, Ad versus Reaction. Yay! What an end. But when I heard a few days ago that he has that hidden poem, I'm like, I wondered, why are some of these words in bold? And then he revealed to us, yep, you got to read them all together. How ingenious. I love it, love it. And I'm also so happy to be following Amanda. We live in the same neighborhood in the Bronx. Amanda, make sure next week on Wednesday we'll see each other at Lehman College again. Art Defined, you Poetic Affair. Love that place. All right, so I'm going to read a few haikus and then a poem, if that's okay, Richie. The first haikus I'm going to read is, I wrote them yesterday in a workshop with Forever 7. Chanson Bird hosted this workshop, and he gave us a prompt. What would you say to encourage your 5-year-old self? So, when we were 5-year-old, what would you have said? So I wrote, ignore the bullies, walk your own path, be yourself, trust, you will succeed. That's the first haiku. And the second one, you are beautiful, no matter what others say. They are just envious. And then next, he told us to reduce the syllable count to 3 syllables, 5 and 3, which made it even more difficult. And this is what I wrote. Enjoy life, have fun, play. Don't rush adulthood. Okay, thank you. Then in a haiku workshop with Generalissimo last month at Fincabulary, he had us write haikus that all start with the words happiness happens. So these are the haikus I wrote. Happiness happens, joining newfound poetry friends, inspiring me to write. Happiness happens, together in Zoom or on stage, encouraging each other to read. Happiness happens, eating dinner and partying, celebrating good friendships. Happiness happens, chasing away depression, spending times with loved ones. Happiness happens, heaven reading these lines and not messing them up. Last, happiness happens when happy people happen to be happy. So this concludes my haikus. Richie, you mentioned positivity. I don't have a BWOMS or other mark, but this is the mark I have, my little smiley mark from before the pandemic. I still have it, And since we're talking about merchandise, not to make you envious, but this is the face mask from the New Regan Poets Cafe. As soon as you get the BWOMS face mask and beanie caps and cups, I'll definitely buy them and I will proudly wear them here online, so that's just to let you know. All right, and since we're talking about the New Regan Poets Cafe, I usually don't want to bring the themed poem to here, but since I heard everyone else reading the healing, okay, I'm going to read you what I find healing, what I performed earlier. So this is my healing. There is so much talk about the nation still trying to heal from the last 4 years. The dictatorship which almost ruined our way of life and brought lots of tears. Yet the bickering of both parties continues day after day. Shutdowns looming every month. Our government very much gone astray. Also, how much healing is done if those who vaccinate and wear masks keep fighting those who deny COVID-19? Can we move together, find some kind of a middle ground? Can we come clean? Wars are still fought all over the world, stick and stone replaced by bomb and gun. That 20-year long we just withdrew from this year surely was not the last one. Why is it that weapons and soldiers are the only way to swing? Why can't those in charge be more like we get along here on a Monday evening? Poetry should be in the United Nations General Assembly Hall, I suggest. Poetry in our capital as well. It would heal the nation, bring out everyone's best. I believe we should fight wars with words, no matter how big or small. And if we disagree, let's do a poetry slam with the winner taking it all. I'm not a know-it-all, but my experience is what I know. Expressing myself is my healing, yet I still grow. And if you don't believe me, I hope you will listen to everyone else here tonight, because I know you will leave here a lot more healed as well as shiny and bright. And that concludes my poetry. Thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Go ahead and make some noise.
Woo!
Yes.
Yes, Ron.
Love it, man. Love it. Yes. And thanks for dropping all that poetry swag. Yes, stuff will be on the way. What do you have coming up with Bronx Art and Fun Hub? I heard some cool workshops. What's going on this week?
Thank you. Well, this week on Thursday will be a practice and performance workshop where we don't critique the content of your poem, but the way you perform it. Several people are new to open mics, and I've been doing this on a monthly basis to give them a chance. Next week will be my regular writing prompt workout, and then, as Elizabeth mentioned earlier, on Friday the 17th, she will be teaching a workshop on, we're going to be writing poetry and a mini play and an essay. She'll all do that in 2 hours. I'll put that in the chat. I'll put that in Eventbrite. And tomorrow I'll be performing in person. This is only my third time this year I'm performing in person at Art in the Basin, Upper Manhattan. Amanda, I hope you can make it there. I'll put it in the chat. It's on 190th Street, but it's also streamed in Zoom, so people can also perform online in Zoom. I'll put that in the chat. And Wednesday, I'll be with Marissa's Word is Right. We're going to be writing monologues and dialogues. So I got a full schedule, but don't worry, Richie, I'll be back next Monday. Even if I don't perform, I always come even to listen because I like to support my community. So thank you so much, Richie. Thank you, everyone else, for your support. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Yes, and we appreciate you, man. So yeah, drop those links and I'll try and get them on the YouTube chat as well, so people who are watching can tune in if they're interested. Awesome. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, we're still East Coast a little bit for a little while just to get our peeps on. And in fact, we're gonna go visit our main man in Maine. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Here comes the general. Stand up. It's Generalissimo. What is up? Back on the show. What is up, my friend? Welcome back. Good to have you.
Hi. Let's see. Well, I got a lot. I had my Cafe Generalissimo, and yesterday I had a feature in England, and on Wednesday I have 2 features. Tomorrow night there's a live open mic in Portland, Maine. So I always love doing a local live event. That's always wonderful. A lot of stuff coming up over the next month, and I'll put everything in the chat. And of course, I'll put how you can. Oh, I think it's right now. This is how you can buy my book. So feel free to do that while I'm reading my poetry, and go to PayPal and drop the $20 in so I can mail it off to you. So let's go ahead and read some poems. The first is a little haiku I wrote earlier tonight. When writing haikus, I often count syllables using my fingers. Other people probably do that too, but won't admit it. And here we go. The Eagle Next Door. I grew up in a brick split level house on a cul-de-sac with a male magnolia tree in the front yard. When I was 15, while sweeping leaves off the garage roof, I slipped and fell onto a pricker bush. I was a bit scratched and bruised, but uninjured otherwise. Just another day on Fernhill Court. One day, my mutt, Ruff, came home with a huge cow bone in her mouth. It so happened other neighborhood canines brought back tasty bovine bones to their homes. It turned out that farmers on the edge of town had slaughtered several sick cows and dumped their bodies in a clearing called the Clay Pits behind the big drainage ditch, which was accessible from a dirt road. Just another day on Fernhill Court. My next door neighbor, Mrs. Ann Duke, aka Eagle Eye, had a British bulldog named Betty Boop that came from a long line of AKC champions. Now, one day, a Labrador wandered in the backyard and impregnated Betty Boop. Of course, Eagle Eye had to get Betty an abortion so her future puppies could have AKC papers. Just another day on Fernhill Court. Male magnolia trees do not produce flowers. This is called What We Don't Know the Cows Know About Us. I slept so erratically, I pulled the bottom right-hand corner of the contour sheet from the bed. It was a cold enough morning for me to spend an extra 2 or 3 minutes soaking in the hot of the shower. I dried off, dressed, took my morning pills, ate a banana, and grabbed a cup of hot tea. I drove to the Saturday farmer's market. No one was there because it was Monday. There were 3 cows in the field across the road. They weren't looking at me, but I knew they were looking at me when I wasn't looking at them, aware of the mistake I had made, telling one another, look, another human who forgot what day it was. One more, it's a small one. How to pep your way through a salty situation. Uno, freshly grind approximately between a pinch and a dash of white pepper. Black or pink peppercorns will suffice in a pinch. Dose, place in palm of left hand. Trace, throw over your left shoulder while being aware to not hit another people in the face with said pepper. Why? Because salt don't always do the trick and ain't the only definition of the word seasoning. Feel free to take that with a grain of pepper. Gracias, everybody. I've got 2 open mics on Wednesday, one at 2 p.m. and one at, I believe, at 7 p.m. I'm going to put all the info in the chat. And please buy my book.
All right. Thank you, Brian, so much. Yes, make some noise, everyone, for that. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, for reading.
General, yeah.
Yeah, check out the book for
Oh
sure.
my God. Did you know
Get
that
Generalissimo's book.
Kit called me languid?
And you can take that with a grain of pepper. Just kidding.
He's got such a great sense of the English language. I just love listening to his narrator's voice.
Right, absolutely. I agree. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you, man. Yes. Generalissimo. Always coming through. All right, let's keep it going though. In fact, we've been kind of in the upper northeast coast, but we're gonna head a little south and go to Florida, where we have another debut tonight. That's exciting. Wow, our 3rd debut. Check that out. It took long enough. We got people still finding us, and shout out to everyone who's like promoting it to people. And yeah, Amanda, thank you for inviting. We have Diana Alejandrina in the house. What is up? Glad to have you here. Yo, work your magic. Do your thing. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited reading my poems tonight. Thank you, Amanda, for inviting me. You guys are amazing. I'm a Dominican writer, poet, spoken word artist. I just published my book about 2 months ago. It's called Agilice. It's a poetry and prose book that you can find on my IG page. I'll put my IG handle once I'm done. And yeah, I mean, what has been going on? I will be holding my first workshop next Sunday with Dominican writers. So I'm really excited about that. I had my work published on an anthology through UNESCO and Penguin, the publisher for India. So that was really, really cool. And yeah, I mean, I love doing IG lives. I love coming over for open mics online. It has been a great way to network, and I look forward to keep doing it. So yeah, let's go right into it. I will be reading one poem from my book and another one that is new. So the one from my book is called Home, and it goes like this. Build a home within yourself that no one could ever tear apart. Water the soil and give it love so the foundation can last. Put up walls sturdy as iron. May no one ever make you doubt your worth. Decorate the inside with everything that reminds you of who you are and who you will become. Make this home a sanctuary where you feel safe and free to feel. This home is yours. Take care of it well, because no one else will. And that one is a little, lovey, more of a self-love poem. And the next one is one that I really, really love. And I have only performed it once, so it's called Writer's Heart. Do not mess with the writer's heart. You'll find yourself as a narrative of life. We describe every detail from your head to your toes, from your heart to your soul, to the little lies you're told, thinking will never catch up. Do not mess with the writer's heart. We're built different, and that you cannot deny. All the lovely poems we write, you will find the words that pierce through your heart, leaving you trembling inside from all the pain you left behind. Yes, we are like that. We are precise. We are the sunlight and the storm. We come from many places in the world. We listen to our emotions, then turn them into a form of poetry you may not know, like a sonnet, a ballad, a villanelle, or a tanka, you name it, we got it. Listen to my voice as I recite my final words. Do not mess with the writer's heart. You find yourself floating through the rhymes, a permanent home within poetic lines. Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you, Dana. Everyone make some noise, show some love.
Yes.
One of us. One of us.
One of us.
One of us. One of us.
Well, so there you go. There's the sign of approval. You got to come back when you have a chance to. And of course, yes, please feel free to drop that link where we can follow you online. Is there anything you'd else like to promote? How can we buy your book again? It's Agre Dulce.
It's Agri Dulce. I would put my Instagram account, and that's where I have my link tree that you guys can purchase a signed copy or copy through Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble online as well. So yeah, you have many ways to get it. Thank you.
Excellent, awesome. Thank you, and once again, thank you, Amanda, for the invite. Yeah, Diana, you're welcome back anytime. You need to share something, spit something. You know what I'm saying? Cool, awesome. All right, we're gonna go from Florida we're gonna go to East Harlem, New York. I'm telling you, we're going through all the boroughs tonight. That's cool. Harlem, we got Vex Lex in the house, who's also been featured. She's had her poems translated into Portuguese, that she's shared at some of these open mics. So that's super cool. What is up, Vex Lex? Welcome back to the mic.
What is up? Good to be here. Yeah, good to be here. So I have two pieces. Let's see. All right. So my first piece is called Healing. That fine line between moving forward and relapsing, fitting your pieces together and collapsing, continuous strides to escape the existential dread while wrapping yourself in it. You stumble when you walk a straight line, but it's okay since healing is never linear. It's messy and it's selfish, and you will find yourself feeling helpless. But you are no victim, so you ignore the obvious signs. We need to treat the healing of our mind as we do the healing of our body. We pick at intangible wounds, the more we ponder over what cuts us deep. We wait until our limbs are limp. Our shoulders are sunken. Our hearts are hardened. Our wounds have widened. And even then, you won't take a break just yet. You decide that this weekend you'll take a day to rest, to wind down. But your body decides the time is now, when you've got multiple projects piling up and deadlines to make. You've been so bent out of shape, it's no wonder your body has finally decided to break down. So listen when I tell you to take care of your mind before it takes care of you. And my last piece is called Hellish. I have been my own devil, throwing myself into the fire to see how much I'll burn, to relish in it, learning to adjust to welcoming the added heat, tricking myself into believing I deserve to be wrapped in comforting arms instead of flames. Hell seems like home to me, and my demons are just those nosy neighbors who keep showing up unannounced, overstaying their welcome, and leaving my home in disarray. Or maybe it was already that way. I have no one to blame but myself when I keep leaving the door unlocked. A troubled soul treading through life on troubled souls. I told my therapist that I must enjoy torturing myself, and she questioned if that was really true. Well, hell is only supposed to be a pit stop, but that's difficult when your brain has already drawn up floor plans for a longer stay. Thank you.
Yes, all right. Thank you, Vexlex. Awesome lines. And you're always great when people are posting them in the chat. Make some noise for Vexlex.
That was amazing. Wow.
Thank you.
Awesome. And what do you have going on? Is there anything you'd like to promote, or at least your social media so we can connect with you?
I feel like I finally have something to promote. Well, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Vexlex Poetry and on Facebook at Vexlex. I'll be performing at the New York Poets Cafe on December 18th in person for their hybrid event. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's super fun. The hybrid events have looked really cool. I'm tempted to mess around with that, but like don't want to like I don't know. It could be an option in the future, right? It's cool, but yeah, congratulations on that. Vexlex Poetry, awesome stuff. Thank you for joining us as always. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna stick around East Coast too for a little bit again, and we're gonna go back to Maine. I've never said this way. Uh, Damariscata.
Damariscata.
Damariscata, where we have, yeah, there you are. We got poetic spit in the house. You saw his sister open up the show, and here he is. He's gonna share some work with us. Let's go and take the stage, man. Happy to have you here as always.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I'm gonna do a set of 3. The first 2 are specifically written for the Southeast Asian stage, what Kemlin was describing. And so this first one is called Exams Examined. Pens click and tap sporadically, a percussion section in Discord. Our minds scorched by months of dour memorization. Fitful sleep, blighted appetite. The last 2 years have groomed me to be the perfect exam-crushing machine. Junyi erupts in a nosebleed, manuscript stained with failed thoughts. I smell Chinmeng beside me. Peed himself again, maybe even more. In the far corner, someone retches noisily. The proctors eject him as he protests frantically. It is Bun Liang, relief to me as he was my only competitor for the leaderboard. Seconds click by, no time to gloat. Second week of finals, my brain is squishy. Irrelevant facts swim by, remnants from previous tests. The cicadas troll, sunbeams beckon through the banyan tree. That game of catching will have to wait. Tunnel vision, I do what is demanded. Counted among the global elite, bestowed with the opportunity to begin university at 16, I achieved the Singapore dream. Adorned with backhanded accolades, I dare not reveal the terror and confusion within. I am a pawn for Singapore to parade, a sacrifice they are willing to make. This next one is called We're Gonna Make a Man Out of You. Wandering through recess, I flit from group to group. I belong to no clique. Sudden pain on skull. I turn to find the runt of a boy armed with stone and maniacal grin. Chasing me around the school, he repeatedly strikes my head. The teacher yells for the fight to stop. I am relieved until I am accused of instigating. That boy had dropped the rock. Without evidence, I am confused and angry. The teacher sees big-sized me beside the scrawny, vulnerable, cherubic boy, then brands me a bully. If hungry, just eat lah. The tuck shop auntie looked kind, like so many matriarchs who fed me so well. I was hungry and naive, so I ate heartily, without money. The tuck shop auntie scowled, then accused me of stealing. Crying, I was sent to see the dreaded principal, who caned me on stage before the entire school without trial or discussion with my parents. I am the poster child for thieves. Our school had an Olympic-sized pool for its legendary swim team. Determined to share their fame, I tried out with gusto. But the coach initiated newbies by standing us on the starting blocks. During my turn, coach slapped and tugged my flabby belly and butt, mocking me throughout, inciting peals of laughter from the swim team. Mortified, I tried to run away, but the coach tripped me. I yelped when I fell, garnering more sordid entertainment for the mob. Why you cry? You homo ah? Feeling homesick during my first boys' camp, I mustered up feeble bravado to face the prefect. No lah, cry messy, I'm shaking. Pwah, so young you can masturbate already ah. Fuck, you show me. There, you shoot your gun on the ants. Cornered, I fantasized about catalog lingerie models and did my best to jack off like a porn star. Instead, I double over and whimper, overwhelmed with vulnerability as the orgasm stripped me. He just sneered and strolled away. The view is spectacular from the clock tower. I can see why. The wind, the trees, birdsong, hyper-modern school campus below. No one was allowed up here since a student jumped. I can see why. Poorly repressed memories pricking my soul, anger, embarrassment, hollowness. The hollowness. They boasted they were going to make men out of us. Their new campus christened with young blood. They will not have mine, even if I'm not counted among them as a man. So the last one is a piece of erotica called Take a Deep Breath. Inhale, exhale. Warm breath cascading over skin, prickling with awkward excitement. Shiver. Warm perfume, floral shampoo, stale cigarette. Eyes scan, fingers intrude, taking wild flesh. Lips hugging eyebrow, nose, chin, skipping down arched neck as mouth complains. Silenced as wet tongue swabs hot nipple. Inhale, exhale. Teeth tease, mouth devours succulent lobe, gasp as pursed lips pinch. Savor salty, sweet beads of nectar. Fingers reaching to dip inside slippery petals, legs scissor impatiently. Curled fingertips twist and push through warm, wet folds, riffling swollen striations in the hallowed loft. Convulsing flesh electrified by jolts of delirious pleasure. Patient pinky loitering slurped into cave of wonder. Inhale. Exhale. Flesh churn like squelching jello. Tremolo moans slashed by possessed yowls. Lush flowing between legs. Drenching pulled sheets. Potent scent of tuna, thrashing, shrieking climax followed the crocodile death roll to continue, beckoning mayhem with my fingers. As we roll, plop off the bed, spell broken, rush to hydrate, inhale, exhale, time to go again.
All right, man. Love the performance, guys. Give it up, make some noise for Poetic Spit. Yeah, man. Glad to have you on again. And that is your name that we can follow you online on Instagram, right?
It is. You can find me on Instagram, Poetic Spit. Thank you all.
That was
And
incredible.
hopefully see you
Poetic
tomorrow.
Spit.
Yes.
Sorry?
Oh, say it again, Nick.
I was saying that was incredible. Incredible set.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Agreed. Always a pleasure when you can make it on the show, man. Back in Maine, you know. All right, cool. Let's keep this going. We're gonna go to New Jersey, where we have part of the Jersey Trinity. We got Terry Rose. What is up, Terry? Welcome back on the show. How are you feeling today?
I feel pretty good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you. Mondays, I'm happy to be here with you guys. Just hang out and listen to all the beautiful work you guys bring to the table. So go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. Didn't read on the Nero, but I have a piece that fits. So, and it's in response to a line called, "Yesterday my veins were filled with fire." Screaming, drinking, room spinning, 1 foot on the floor to keep the room still. It's only another matter of time. Pray to God if you help me pray to God. If you help me get through this, I will never drink again. I'm sorry. I abused my body. I'm sorry for every bad decision I ever made and will ever make. Similar to all the other promises I made to God when things were getting crazy. I got on that ride, the Green Lantern. My feet were on the ground of the phone booth type enclosure that would soon propel me into an upside down and backwards space. My heart in my mouth. The vow I made to never ride another one of those damn roller coasters again. Mistake after mistake after mistake, never learning my lesson. Is my life wasted? Will I just keep fucking up? Who will I pass my learning on to in this life? My children do not care to listen. I have another one called Lies. Your mouth continues to spit them out. They flow so easily from your innocent look on your face, swearing that the stories are fact, not fiction, until I prove them false and confront you, squirming, knowing you were caught again. In my anger, I scream. You do not flinch. You could care less, like a buzzing fly in your ear, a mere annoyance. This too shall pass until the next time.
All right, yeah. Until next time. Were you looking for another piece? I didn't want to interrupt if you were doing that.
I don't know. I was just gonna do the first one actually, and then that's it. Because there's a lot. I don't know. It seems like I don't know how many went before me. I had to bug out for a minute and come back. So I didn't want to take up a lot of time.
No, yeah, it's fine. What do you have? Do you have anything coming up that you'd like to promote, or at least again for people who are listening, watching, how they can connect with you?
I'm on Facebook under my name, Terry Rose Jurtson, and I am on Instagram under iFunny's Mom. I can put it in the chats. IFUNNIEZ Mom at Instagram.com. I have a Tumble Words workshop coming up I just volunteered to do it. They put the call out. So I just was like, oh boy, I never did it before. I never hosted anywhere. So it's going to be my first time hosting. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to just say it. So hopefully there'll be somebody there to help me out. And also going to be on a holiday show coming up this Sunday on FUMFA with a bunch of other people. It looks like there's like 10 or 20 people, it looks like, all featuring, I don't know, but that's what's happening there. And then there's another like something on PGN coming up, but they didn't actually give me a date yet. So that one's just like another like poet reacts to my poem or something like that. And I'm not going to be there for that. Just my poem will be there. So there's that.
Sorry, I was muted. I was like doing some hype man stuff the whole time. Like yeah, tumble words, PGN, like Funfa. Wait, is that how I say it? Funfa? FUMFA.
It's FUM. So Funfa.
FUM. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
how to say it.
that's awesome. Congratulations on all those things. Looking forward to those. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Love the sunflower background too.
Yeah, I actually did that. It's mine.
Oh, cool. Awesome. I like it. Everyone's
you.
so talented and artistic and creative here. I love it. You know, everyone's always like multi-dimensional in their creativity. Awesome. Anyway, guys, once again, welcome to Online Mic. It's been a really great show. We got plenty of people left to celebrate. In fact, we're going to head over to the Bay Area. We're going to listen to some poetry and stuff. This is the way I have it promoted on the list, you know, poetry and stuff. But our next performer, she's always invoked in some way or another before she even makes it on, because she does a great job with platforms, podcast, shows, workshops, poetry games. So without further ado, it's someone we all love. Let's go and welcome to the show, Finn Bell. Welcome back. Happy to have you and happy to see you.
Thank you, Richie. Happy to be here. Did I actually make it 2 weeks in a row? No, I broke my streak, but I'm back. So speaking of tumble words, a few weeks ago, last month, Honora Spicer and Tatiana Rodriguez did a documentary poetry and carceral geography part 1. I was unfortunately unable to attend part 2, but I'm just going to share the responses I did to the exercises that they posed us with. So the first one. I fill my own space with anticipation. I will not know what is coming, but I welcome it. There is trepidation in my hearing there. There's trepidation in my understanding. I think I could see the Pacific if I stand on my very tippy toes. Do you know the absolute stillness, the sound of total silence when you are sleeping head to foot in the lobby of an airport terminal? I was once in a stopover in an airport in Georgia, I believe, and it appeared to be endless tunnels, pink and neon. I was the mole making more tunnels, making more headway, lugging my 2 pieces of luggage behind me. We traveled to the Philippines to attend an extravagant wedding in 2001, where we were laid over in Hong Kong, or was it Singapore? When we were younger and did not know how danger looked and tasted like, we did not know yet what was to come. I recall aligning the seats in front of the bolted down benches, a makeshift bed. I recall staring up at the high ceiling and musing that the sculpture looked like capsized boats. I pretended I was swimming and the water was air and it had a stale odor. There are people out there who cannot afford accommodations. Second one. Our home feels to me like it's on stilts because we could see the neighbors' rooftops, but we don't see people. I do like it that way, this illusion that I have created of privacy, this illusion of distance and isolation. I know it can be disrupted as soon as I open the door and let the cold air and blowing leaves into the entryway. I do see a few finches and a scrub jay or two. Latecomers, the feast and the tree twine has been taken away by their more punctual cohorts. I hear my Katie's crow calling out in the large decaying conifer up front. Katie is a gun dog, a bird dog, flighty and sensitive at the first sound or movement, especially if it involves the squirrels that skitter along the bridges of tree branches. They taunt her and heave tiny acorns at her head. She howls, a formation of her muzzle into a tiny circle. Ow, 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 she states mournfully, and she cannot climb as high as her tormentors. The men who are doing construction behind our unit pause the sound of their jackhammers and replace it with lunchtime chatter. Good-natured yells back and forth about weekend plans. 3. Let the wind carry my whispers to the ears below ground of those who have wronged my ancestors. Do they know peace in their slumber? Do they know when life was over, we all looked the same underneath bleached bone, skin leathered and shrunken? Did they know at the time the evil that seduced them to suppress living and raise the panorama? Does the dirt and worms making tracks inside their hollow skulls clear a space where their eyes and ears are alive once more, bringing a clarity to sight and hearing and conscience? I hear the buoyancy and the music lilting across to reach me from another street. It is tenacious and growing beneath its joy. It is defiant and wants to hook you by the collar and pull you closer, wants you to know the sadness that lays just beneath its rising tempo. Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you. Everyone make some noise. Put your hands together. Show.
The awesomeness. Vocabulary. Yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
PGN.
There you go.
PGN.
PGN, that's right. Yes, I meant to mention that earlier. If you guys aren't following PGN on YouTube, you got to do that to keep up with all their content. There's a lot of cool shows on there. Finn, what do you got going on? What would you like to promote and share right now?
Well, speaking of PGN, I just had an interview that came out this past Saturday with the amazing Thomas Ficoloro, who was here a few weeks ago in BWOMS. And I was so excited about that. Please take a view of it if you haven't already. It's just amazing. We were able to capture just all of his energy. I forced him to do a poem that I liked. So yeah. I like the title. The title was something about like, God is a cigarette I want to smoke. Yeah, there you go. And on Thursday is my Vocabulary Open Mic, 7 p.m. Pacific, hosted by the Nicholas Paleologos, and the title is The Good Fight. The Good Fight. And that's it from me for now.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. Oh, I love that. I love that send off. That's it for now, right? And the dramatic hit. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Thank you, Finn. Always love to have you here and share your work, your amazing work. And looking forward to that. Yeah. Shout out to Nick. Always coming through in the clutch, man. It's because we can depend on you, man. We trust you. That's really what it is. All right, yo. And again, Poetry Global Network, PGN on YouTube. Go check it out. Lots of cool shows there worth just experiencing new poetry, new poets. It's a great platform. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to check in with the inaugural poet of South Euclid, Ohio. He's going to be dropping some Euclidean poetry and maybe non-Euclidean poetry. Probably. Let's go and welcome Doc Janning back on the show. What's up, Doc? In the words of Bugs Bunny. How you doing?
You're a poet laureate. Okay. I've had so many things going on. I will put something into the chat when I'm finished, but read in person to 2 occasions in our city this past week, so it was nice. Dawn of healing. Our hearts rise, glowing from the tattered ash and pain of illness and loss. They rise from sadness into the hope and promise of healing. They seek the life which waits just beyond the dawn and fly on winged dreams into the arms of the future. Forever voyage. Silent sacred skies of island earth, steeped in eldritch blue of ages. Welcome, traverse of troubadour sun, and dance of winds and clouds. All dream together on forever voyage through eons and ages of the multiverse, across infinities of time and space, into unknowns of an ancient future. I attended a workshop held by the Poetry Academy. It was on the works of Rilke, and out of it grew this poem based on his poem, I Would Like to Sing Someone to Sleep. Tandem hearts. I would like to sing someone to sleep, someone to hold in my arms and keep, a resonant soul, a soul so deep, our beings are entwined, a resonant mind, an empathic mind, one with thoughts enmeshed with mine, the one whose song for which I pine, a tandem hearts duet, resounding through the multiverse, its love to time traverse, as tomorrow chases never through recesses of reality. And I'll sing us both to sleep in immersive entwinement, oh, so deep, with all our dreams there to keep in tandem hearts tattooed. Hidden skies. Pardon me, let me get a drink. Letting go of dreams, surrounding skies are hidden in shades of gray and raindrops, pierced by sprags of lightning. Days become years. Thunder rolls ceaselessly in ancient song of storms, shaking all with its voice. Heart's song is stilled, and S of self is sought, questioning existence, wondering ever to infinity. When? And I will finish with searching. Searching for wisdom, for truth, for memories, for a past, for a future, for dreams, for home, for love, for me. Thank you.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank you, Doc. I like
wonderful,
the
Doc.
yeah, man.
Wonderful, Doc. That was wonderful
Thank you,
set right
thank you,
there.
thank you. Yeah, rocking the Steve Jobs look, you know, black shirt, cosmic background. Um, I thought you were gonna debut the next iPad, man. No, where can people follow you online and see some of your work?
Well, I'm on Facebook as Doc Janning, and I have a Facebook poetry page. It's love, the poetry of love and the angst of love, and the page is called Tears of My Soul, and I'm going to put some information into the chat.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much. And it's always great to have you on. All right, yo, so we're gonna go from Ohio to Wisconsin, where we have our award-winning poet friend. That's right, his book of poems, Atrophy of the Boy Who Became a Wishing Well, is an award-winning book. You can find him at Nathaniel Beck, was it ncbeckpoetry.com. And we're just going to get to enjoy his amazing words and style of reading them. I just love the way you read your words, you know. We got Nathaniel Beck, everyone. Man, go and take it away. It's all you.
Thank you so much, Richie. I do appreciate it. So tonight I have two new poems for you guys, and then an older poem. The first one is kind of short. I just want to say that if you do get a signed copy, I do write a one of one for that signed copy. And I really appreciate it when you guys do that, because then it also encourages me to write, because then I'm forced to. So I have to come up with new stuff. These are not of that. These were ones that I decided to like not include in that, but they were kind of through that brainstorming process. So we were once as rough and tumble as dogs, dust patchwork of a name that forgot how to sound. Maybe we were made of mud or just too dirty to wear our jeans right. Maybe we were the type of permanence that death talks of. I too have gripped my heart hard enough to forget fear. I too have made these bones answer for all they have done. But what is guilt but a name? A resounding knife we have unsheathed from our blood just to ask it why we are still here. So that's a short little first one. This one comes with a trigger warning. Yeah. It was the night the clouds finally starved the streets of snow. And we all made our way down Old Main like a migration of muddled masses drunk on everything we could keep. That night, we made decanters of our organs and filled them greedily, played chicken with the dark till our eyes lost, and we hopscotched between bar clothes and beds. I would love to say I remember everything, and I think of the stairs, the chalkboard green walls, and the hands, and my clothes, and the tugging, and the tugging. I would love to say I took them off myself, but I don't remember. My manhood would have wanted me to, right? But I don't remember. And I think of how I was slapped awake, and the pain, and the weight, and the confusion, and the naked mass on top of me, and the limp, drowning moan of a bed, the fierce mask of night taking everything. I am a coffin of vacant eyes. How naked I felt in a bed that wasn't mine, and a moment I can barely recall being a part of. And I think of I, and I, the bed, sleep, naked, wanting to wake, drunk on everything I could still keep. And then this one is an old one. Last night I drank vodka again, trying to clean my body of who I was, the acid in my stomach dissolving the remaining parts of my thoughts. I slept well, maybe on a pile of shoes, a hallway, the hole of a toilet this time, anywhere but a bed, anywhere the sickness couldn't find me. This morning in the shower, I tried to cut my father's anger from my tongue. Let the blood run clean. The taste of iron caught my words like my father had been working in the garage again. My father's face in the mirror made my mouth a workbench for memories. It spoke like clenched fists in the pit of my stomach, and I tried to wash those hands down, clean my face of it. Vodka, the best brand of Tums for a stomach ache like this, but you can't clean the past from your body. I tried once, drowned in enough liquor to be dead, but some wounds can't be cleaned in alcohol, some too deep to be seen. They hang on to the living parts of you like memories are their infection. I remember a home-turned toolbox, and I was the best tool for working out frustrations. I still hear the way a hammer slips off nails in my speech, stripped screws, the skip of a drill, the snap of a bolt. My body still carries the noises of broken things. For me, a garage was never for fixing, just for breeding anger. One morning I noticed it had spread to the living room, to the kitchen, my bedroom. Some days I learned to find other places to stay, learned to stay away from the sickness, but this morning I felt it, clenching at the edge of the sink, breathing behind my eyes. When I looked in the mirror, I think I saw it in the lines of my face. Every day I wonder if I caught it. Every day I hope it wasn't genetic, but I hear the same voice speaking for me behind a face I no longer recognize. So I try to drown it out, even when they say it will kill me. I drink through the bottom of bottles like there is a cure at the end of this journey. But some cuts you can't wash clean, even when you soak your skin in alcohol, trying to cure your body of remembering half of who you are. Some infections create new diseases. Some infections never go away. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Awesome,
Love you,
guys.
Nathaniel.
Wow.
Love you, Nathaniel. It's great to see you again.
That was just always your poetry is so breathtaking, Nathaniel, all the time.
Totally. Yeah, super. I love it. I love it. So if you haven't had a chance to get his book, get it. You can also DM for a signed copy, which you totally should get that unique version, right? The one of one with the special edition there. And again, we can add links there. But Nathaniel, do you have anything that you'd like to promote that's coming up pretty soon, like a feature, a workshop, or anything?
No, if anyone wants to book me, I'm definitely available. But other than that, no, I'm just writing. I'm working on putting together a Patreon possibly, but I have to figure out the details of what I want to like put together that would be like special for people. So still working on the details of that, but yeah, check out my book. And thank you all for giving me this space, Richie. Honestly, I really appreciate it. So
yeah, man, and I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, here's a tier that you can do: a commissioned recording of your voice reading whatever you want. They want you to read. It could be like a bedtime story, and someone can just like gently fall asleep to something that you recorded from them. There you go. Top tier subscribers.
I don't know if you can like do this like, but I would call that the Richie tier. And
well, you can just shorten it to Rich, and if you got the money, you can cough it up. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Cool, awesome. I'm gonna DM you because I would definitely like to buy a signed copy. But let's see. Let's keep going because we got peeps. I want to make sure that they get on. Happy that we can be here. Happy Monday, everyone. I can't believe that we're already at the end of 2021. Like, to me, it was wild. It was like time was a rubber band. 2020 was just stretched out and stretched out and stretched out, and then 2021 was when you let go of the rubber band and just snapped it back into rapid pace. At least that's the way I would describe the way I experienced time. So let's go back to El Paso. We haven't even had a chance to go to El Paso yet. Damn. We've been like all East Coast today early on. But we have one of our favorites, one of our MVPs. They are doing some really cool things, I believe, coming up. So, when we get there, we'll get to hear about that. But let's go and welcome to the stage Lee Martinez Soto. Yes. Go ahead and welcome back and go ahead and take it away.
Hi. So I'm back with my format of something old, something new, and something borrowed, and always blue. Number one, I'm going to start with the new one. This was based on the second part of the workshop that Finn mentioned earlier. I'll share the link to their website, which is, it's pretty interesting what they do. So they made us think a lot about the neighborhoods that we live in, and what do we hear, what we do not hear, what do we see, what we do not see in those neighborhoods. So I made a comparison based on what I see here in my new neighborhood versus what I saw back in Juarez when I used to live there. And this is called La Cuadra. And 1 second, there you go. My pace has skipped a beat over these empty concrete streets of this faraway abandoned lot. We'll live with the ghosts of howling motors and the static of silent voices and disembodied children's laughter, the occasional radio interference holding the many faceless beings I rarely get to see. I don't remember the faces of the dwellers that live across my fences behind their own fences of perfectly manicured, impractical lawn. What were their names again? How many have we seen, maybe once, then never again? How many have left to be replaced by another faceless presence? The bottomless feed of the military-industrial complex has left us stranded in these ghostly suburbs, with the only memory of a community reaching me from across the borderland, where I left the warmth inside stacked-up houses and the melody of bustling streets surrounded by the names of the many that I used to belong to. So that's one of the new ones. I do have another one. This was based on a video about Duranguito here in El Paso, and this is called Gentrified. Towering, threatening, hostile architecture created by the hive mind of corporate greed blocked the sunlight and colors of an otherwise thriving culture. The constant static of car exhausts, close proximity to the possibility of death by metal taunts and poisonous gas resound over the missing voices of la gente from the neighborhood. What can we admire if it's all lost behind fenced fences that only allow for a glance of colors, relics of a past hidden like hieroglyphics sprawl across vacant houses? Where are the children's laughter? Where are the people's voices? Where has the life of this gentrified ghost town within a town gone to? There is still hope, however, as through the fences and concrete buildings, you can find the colors blooming, fighting back. So those are the two new ones. I do want to share first the borrowed one, and I am actually borrowing from a writer over here, Gigi's book. You have no idea how much I started reading it barely yesterday, and it's helped a lot because I also lost my dad last year. So like this has been like amazing. So I want to read one, and I did a translation to Spanish for it, which I'll send to you so you can have it. This is called Fog. And 1 second, cannot see anything. My brain has been so cloudy. Memories sit behind the thick glass window thick with fog. I want to write poems about your life, how your eyes look when joy filled them, how when you laugh your teeth crooked and your laughter got loud. Your laughter loud. I want to write poems about your life, how you sounded when you were mad, what made you feel joy. I remember you dancing with mom in the dining room. The memory seems so foggy, but the last year's memories are sipping and tainting what you look like. Memories of you now spliced in how you looked before you died. I want to write poems about your life. I want the fog clouding the youthful man I once knew to clear, because I want to remember what your smile looked like. Oh, sorry, getting emotional here. And I do have a translation for that. Let me just open it up. Here we go. Tanta niebla ha rodeado mi mente. Los recuerdos se sientan detrás de una espesa ventana de vidrio, espesa por la niebla. Quiero escribir poemas acerca de tu vida, de cómo se veían tus ojos al llenarse de alegría, de cómo cuando reías tus dientes se torcían y tu risa resonaba. Quiero escribir poemas de tu vida, de cómo sonabas cuando te enfadabas, qué te hacía sentir feliz, Te recuerdo danzando con mami en el comedor. Las memorias me parecen tan brumosas, pero los recuerdos de este año pasado comenzaron a manchar y reemplazar tu apariencia. Los recuerdos de ti ahora empalmados con cómo te veías antes de morir. Quiero escribir poemas sobre tu vida. Quiero que esta niebla que nubla a ese joven que una vez conocí desaparezca porque quiero recordar cómo se veía tu sonrisa. I was like, yeah, it hit. It was amazing. Thank you, Gigi. Sorry. And I do have another one. This is an old one that kind of like made me think of what you wrote. This is called Cantar con tu voz, to sing with your voice. My dad used to sing. It was one of his favorite things to do. So, oh, sorry. There we go. And this is very short. Escucho tu voz resonando dentro, recordándome que debo darme tiempo para respirar y sentir el aire correr por mi cuerpo y la vida extenderse en mis piernas y brazos, hincharme el pecho de anhelo, llenar mis pulmones con tu música y cantar la vida en tu honor. I hear your voice resounding inside me, reminding me to give myself time to breathe, to feel the air run through my body and life extending through my legs and arms, swelling my chest with home, filling my lungs with your music, singing it all into existence to honor you. And that's it for me.
Oh, Lee, yes.
I love you so
Oh.
much. I'm gonna drive to El Paso tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Not me crying.
Oh man, yes, it hit so hard. I think I got to like so many of us. Lee, as I always like to say, that wasn't it. That was everything. Is there anything coming up that you would like to promote or share, or at least for people who are somehow, I don't know how, hearing for the first time, follow your work?
I'll share my Linktree. I do have a book that came out like earlier last year. It's called Para los Locos. I think it came out on April, if I'm not mistaken, sometime. I'm working on a second one, hopefully to get it published either by myself or through a publisher for next year. And I'm crossing my fingers. I got some good news about workshops about mental health and writing through the Borderline Rainbow Center here in El Paso. So I'm crossing my fingers that this goes well. I'll be hearing more about that on Saturday this week.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, shout out to the Borderland Rainbow Center over there. They do some good stuff. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Thank you, Lee, so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, we got some dopeness in El Paso. If you just saw on Lee, you're gonna definitely see it right now in our next performer, because often as when everything's right in the universe, they get to go back to back, which we appreciate. Next up, we have Kit Ren, Mr. Monday Night. What is up, man? Rocking the old school buzzards accoutrement. What is up, man? Go and take it away.
Two-time WPHL champion El Paso Buzzards. Best logo ever. I don't even like hockey, but I needed this hoodie as soon as I saw it. So this is my Christmas gift to myself. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone out there, here and on the internet. I'm going to do two of mine and then a cover. Cover's a little bit different than usual, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But a couple of old ones first. The witness before the financial committee is not being helpful, but not in the typical way of an unhelpful witness. He is crying in big gasping breaths, his shoulders rolling like a boxer's. He is apologizing. He doesn't understand the questions. Yes, that is his name on records. Yes, he is on paper the CEO of Fast Loan. But he pleads, not his understanding. He's just a voice actor who went to a sketchy audition listed online and was so thankful that it wasn't a sex trap that he forgot that there are other kinds of traps. The contract was long, but the perks were overwhelming, nice enough to preclude follow-up questions. He's sorry. He keeps saying that like it helps. There's snot all over the microphone, on the desk, dripping and spreading slowly. This was supposed to be a dry session to do with interest rate caps, something only a calculator could love. But now the committee is forced to consider questions concerning the nature of identity and reality itself. Some of them are no longer sure if they're congressmen. The chairman stealthily pulls out his driver's license and traces his finger across the letters of his name, mouthing along, as though it is test material that he has not quite mastered. And that one, see, I like to think about how the dystopia will be kind of boring and have the same basic problems of bureaucracy as now. And this is another one like that. The zoning committee has been working around the clock, availing themselves of even the extra 37 minutes. The issue was a silly one, but one with billions of dollars staked on it regardless. Owing to the nature of Mars-reduced gravity, how far away from residential neighborhoods must the proposed stadium for the expansion franchise Mars City Rovers be built in order to prevent unusual amounts of property damage from flying baseballs? The meetings have been contentious, detail-oriented, inscrutable, and unproductive. At this point in the young history of Mars City, not even a generation on, the pioneer's dream of leaving Earth's problems on Earth seems tragically naive, like a virus praying earnestly for the next host to be tougher. And for the cover poem, doing something a tiny bit different, because this is actually going to be a brief bit of prose from a book I'm in the middle of. I am in the middle of a great book so far called, where is it? Called The Book of Form and Emptiness by Ruth Ozeki. No spoilers, but this is a brief bit. One of the conceits is that the book and the main character are interacting with each other, and the book will interject with its perspective as a book, as an object. And so this is one of those interjections. I thought it was beautiful. Was Kenji right? How on earth, on this vast planet of 8 billion humans, do two small human beings who are destined for each other manage to meet? A more cynical person than Kenji would say that they don't, or rather that they aren't. Destined, that is. For surely people do meet, and they fall in love, but those meetings are random, mere happenstance, and destiny is just the story they tell themselves afterwards. What a sweet story it is. And in the end, to us, that's what really matters. That's what books are for, after all, to tell your stories, to hold them and keep them safe between our covers for as long as we're able. We do our best to bring you pleasure and sustain your belief in the gravity of being human. We care about your feelings and believe in you completely. But here's another question. Has it ever occurred to you that books have feelings too? As you listen to this romantic tale of two ill-fated lovers, do you ever stop to wonder about what it feels like for us? Because in truth, if skin marks the border where an I ends and a you begins, then in these moments of impassioned boundary crossing called love, we envy you. It's that simple. We envy you, your bodies. How can we not? Books have bodies too, but ours lack the organs needed to experience the world. The skin that covers our boards and encloses our words is different from yours. Our skin, whether made from paper or parchment or cloth, or these days, some combination of plastic, glass, and metal, fulfills a similar function of marking our perimeters, but even the most haptic and capacitive of our skins cannot experience pleasure the way yours can. We cannot feel the ecstasy, the merging of self and other. Oh, sure, you can say that acts of literature are a kind of impassioned boundary crossing too, but literary acts are inherently disembodied, more notional and distributed. We rely on you to embody us, and we exist because you can. So while we are cognizant of your fingers rifling through our pages, and we can describe in words the bitter taste of coffee or a piquant sauce or the the salty semen spilled between our folios, we do not experience these sensations as you do on your tongue, against your skin, inside your human body. It's hard not to feel that we might be missing something. As experts in the field of romance, we have evoked your acts of love in more ways and words than any single human mind could possibly imagine, and yet we will never experience what it feels like to take our beloved's hand and press it to our lips. Oh, that we had lips. It is true that many of us have been loved, hugged, caressed, and even tenderly kissed, and all of this we cherish. But in the moment when real lovemaking commences, we are the ones that get kicked aside and swept off the bed. Discarded, we lie face down, splayed upon the floor, our pages crumpled while mysteries unfold above us. Sometimes we think we would like to make love. Who wouldn't? We are madly in love with you. After all, as slaves to your obsessions, we know what it feels like to be impressed and bound, but at the same time, we understand that thoughts like these are just idle tropes, fantasies we spin to while away the hours, fantasies being something that we books excel at. The real stories, the ones that happen, belong to you. Now, where were we?
Yeah, man. And with those hands pressed together, he has notified he has performed alchemy. Kit, what do you got coming up? Tell us about those things that you got coming up, or how to find you online.
Let's see here. Sing along if you know the words. Instagram at Kit Ren Away. Twitter at Kit Talk Sports. Kofi.com/KitRen. Find me at Facebook with my name. Drop something in PayPal if you want to. Drop an email if you want to do that, if you're really old-fashioned. Let's see. I help facilitate Tumble Words. This Saturday will be Kellen, as you heard. I will be hosting my own Tumble Words on February 12th called Against Love Poetry. So mark that on your calendar, and I'm going to want you at your most bitter. Let's see. The football column goes up on the tip night every Monday, if you like that. I'm here every week. You're probably sick of me by now, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing this. Okay, back to you, Richie.
Woo!
All right, appreciate it. Yeah. You pulled it down, the man. You sent it
How
back.
could we ever be sick of you, Kit? Come on.
Facts.
I had to stay humble. I had to allow for the possibility.
There you go. Also, if you guys are in El Paso, we do have an open mic tomorrow. If you're watching this like live, and it is December 6th, December 7th, Tuesday, we're going to be at Mona, Bar of Modern Art, downtown. Come up, share some of your work. They have delicious tacos. Get there early. It's probably better to read earlier because it's a bar. It's a little rowdy as it gets later in the night. But the last ones have been pretty good. That's this Tuesday or tomorrow, December 7th. So if you're watching this and it's not December 7th, 2021, then obviously it already happened. Also, next Wednesday, we're going to be at Craft Rhythm and Brews. Come check it out. All right, let's keep going because we have 7 more people signed up as of now. We're going to go back. We're going to leave El Paso for a little bit and go to Washington, D.C., where we're going to visit our buddy Ed Poetastic, who was kind of showing a little bit of his set earlier. He was thinking it out loud, but he's here now. Ed, what's up, man? How you doing today?
Oh, I had to say something out loud, but you know how proud. Hey, Richie. Thank you, Richie. You're the man that's on the man that deserves some applause with these hands. Woo! All right, my name is Ed Potastic, holy and feeling fantastic. Please give me the time to draw my rhyme for all you feel sublime. I got 5 jokes and 3 poems. You know they're gonna rhyme. All right. What did the monkey said to the banana? Why so yellow? What's Oscar's favorite day? Garbage day. What was the owl's favorite place? Hooters. Why didn't the other kids like Pinocchio? He was too nosy. What did the cop call the food fight in the restaurant? Food frenzy homicide. All right. All right, on with the show. This is called Praise Be. Praise to the spite that keeps me right. Praise to the enemies that I learned to feel sympathy. Praise to the night that let me appreciate the light. Praise to the fools who love him or herself for being cool. Praise to the rain that drowns the pesky stains. Praise to the sadness that blossoms happiness. Praise to life that elevates us to newer heights. Praise to the holidays that kill boringness away. Praise to people like you that keep pushing through to show the world what you do. Thank you. And here's another piece, save the least. This is called Robotic Odyssey. I remember when I was human. Time and I moved so fast. Now I'm an advanced Iron Man. I fear nothing. Well, only if my hard drive crash. I am a titanium monster, skin cold as ice. Why must I live and suffer and upgrade for my sad demise? I used to be human like you. I just wanted to escape the inevitable end. Now I'm full of electricity and screws, rebooting over and over again. I don't eat a single thing. I don't need substance anymore. I get energy from these rubber strings. It powers up my flashing core. I have infinite knowledge inside my brain. I am my own living computer. All the knowledge I gain, would you like for me to explain? I am sorry, I don't explain to an intruder. Scanning. What did the robot say to the other robot? Well, screw you. It does not compute. Not laughing? I give it a shot. Other robots find this joke a hoot. My consciousness transcends the ticking chime. My body is only temporary. I don't feel fear, starvation, pain, or time. Some humans think this is crazy, but on the contrary, destroy all humans. Oh, I got your attention. Here's some words of advice for you all. Treasure everything in life. Life holds no comprehension or extinctions. Learn before you get stuck by cables in the walls. I know what you're thinking. What about me? If I tell you, your brain would be shrinking. Human, just leave and let me be. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, I got one more in store. I hope we have encore. This is called Soothing Self-Care. Breathe in, breathe out. Good in, bad out. Peace in, hate out. Calm in, anger out. Light in, dark out. Bliss in, chaos out. Serenity in, trouble out. Fun in, sad out. Love in, neglect out. Fire in, smug out. Faith in, doubt out. You in, imposter out. Thank you.
Awesome, man. I love it. You're doing a robot
Really,
character.
That
there.
was awesome.
That was really good.
It was really, really good, Mr. Potastic.
You guys made me feel fantastic.
I like how you threw a joke in there too, from the like an intro set. Awesome, man. You got anything coming up you'd like to promote, share, at least your social media for people watching on YouTube who haven't seen you before?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm going to be with Terry Rose at the Fuma Live on Sunday. So if you want to hear some wordplay or want to burn the gray, come and listen and stay.
All right, awesome, man. Yeah, of course. Thank you, dude. Sorry, I was catching up with the chat. Am I a DJ? I would love to make requests. I mean, if anyone wants to perform, they're more than welcome to. You know what I'm saying? Anyone, all of you guys are always welcome. So, Poetastic Ed, thank you so much for coming through. Yeah. I can request a Richie poem, maybe. Damn, I'd have to look through. Some of you guys have heard them all, but let's get to the mic first, and if there's time at the end, we'll see where we're at. I'd be down. But also, Patty, we'll hear in the future when she wants to read. You know what I'm saying? No forcing over here on this end. Okay, so let's keep it going though. Gigi in the house. Your book has already made an appearance on the show. Like, that's cool. A couple different times.
I know. I actually cried when Lee read my poetry. I actually cried. And just also hearing it in Spanish, it's just, I can't even describe how amazing that is. I have a lot of my family is by the way, my dog's gonna lose her shit throughout me talking, so I apologize. But a lot of my family is Latina, and so just like being able to hear that, like I just started to cry. All right, so I have, I apologize for my dog. It's so windy in Massachusetts, so I hope it doesn't bug the hell out of everyone. I have 3 poems. The first one is unfinished, but I feel so safe in this space that I would really actually love to read it for you. So I'm just gonna like jump into it. So this one, the first one is called Callus. I'm still gonna like break into laughter because my dog Winifred is like trying to fight God. I appreciate her energy. All right, she's like a little pit bull. She's only 35 pounds. All right, calluses. I think about calluses, not the ones on hands that brush against faces or the ones donned on feet from running, the calluses in throats. When words linger too long, the curving of lips on vowels now sour. I wonder about my name. How long will it stay in mouths? How long does it stay sweet for? Does it taste different now that it's changed? I won't always be sweet tasting. These days I worry, will the curving of the vowels of my name end in a sneer? Will my name become a curse or a word that you don't say aloud? Think about calluses in throats. Do you say my name often? Does it become one hard to swallow? Does it become a word that you only say in the dark? I want to be more than a word that is just choked out. And then this one is called Airports, because I've been on 11 planes in the past like 3 months. And I got to meet some really cool people. I met Nathaniel Beck in person, and I met like all of the New York people in person. And I'm also always in Minneapolis. It's a great city. All right. I think I know where I live now. I live in an airport, not a particular one I'll call any home. It's the clicking of linoleum, the polyester upholstered chairs, comfortable enough to sit in, but never a place you want to stay in long. My hometown is a place I never want to stay in long. But at the same time, all airports look the same. All cities look the same. It's brick and steel bone. It's glass and wooden skin. It's people with the same fucking faces and problems and cemeteries filled with other people's dead dads. I think I know where I live now. It's in an airport. Because all I ever need is what's on me. And I'm so used to unpacking myself down to people and making sure nothing is explosive on me as I de-arm my personality once again. I wish I could tell you, I don't want home to be an airport. I don't want the people surrounding me to be such strangers who are just going at the same destination as me. I don't want to be wanted because of proximity. And I think that's why I keep running. My home is a place of movement and stagnation, of running away and always finding myself back here. I'd like to tell you that home is a small apartment in the Midwest, one stationary and warm, but I know it's a lie because I always find myself packing my bag and getting ready to leave for the airport. And then I just have one more. This one was actually after I talked to a really cool poet named Stacy, who is out of, she was actually in El Paso recently, I think, and she performed BWOMS. Stacy, yeah, we had like a really cool conversation. So this one is after this conversation. This one's called Gold Throat. Where is talent? What if it's not what you're born with? What if it's birthed from a womb that couldn't nurture it, from the bearing of rawness from the clenching of jaws? What if poetry is not something to create, but to capture, to hold it down and put it on a page, to encapsulate it? I was told my poetry is not polished. It's rough like hands of people who work. My poetry is one of unearthing graves as I unbury relatives so you can see them. I've heard polished poetry is boring. I didn't have time to polish my grief in between the measuring of morphine doses of a dying father. I've only had the rawness of words, the beating of grief. I write poetry for those who know it doesn't get better, it gets different. It's okay. If someone tells me there's a silver lining, I hope it's one made of wire so I can strangle you with it. A woman told me I'm called a woman with gold in her throat. I wonder if that's why I'm always choking on every fucking word and emotion. Did I ever have a lisp? Or maybe I never learned to not speak in stanzas. I'm a woman with unrefined gold in her throat. I'm not polished. No, I'm accessible. For you to get the message, it's okay that grief won't ever go away. It doesn't get better, it gets different. There's still company for the living. There's still gold to be found. Thank you so much. You can buy my book on my website, arcadian-poetry.com. I'll put the link, and then it will direct you to like a cool Google Doc, and then you can fill out all the stuff, and I will send it to you from Massachusetts with love.
Yes, awesome. I liked the Google Doc dance that you did there. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
Ron's holding his up.
Oh,
Yeah,
love it.
I got the idea from Tori. Their book was at Prozac prescriptions in schoolyards. Great, please buy it. But yeah, they had like a cool Google Doc, and I was like, well, shit, that's a great idea.
Yeah, right on. Thank you so much for sharing that and for sticking around. And yeah, always great having you. Thank you, Gigi. Get Morning Flowers. Hit that up. I'm gonna add that to my Christmas wish list for sure. Be coming up soon. All right, yo, I gotta check that out for sure. Okay, let's keep it going because we still got peeps. In fact, joining us from Pittsburgh, we have the poet Raja, and it's been a while since he's been here, so super happy to have you back. What is up, man? Welcome back to the show, Poet Raja. Take it away.
Yo, what's good? It's good to be back. It's been a minute. All right, I got a few new pieces, and I may read an old piece. We'll see what happens. Tell me what you see when you look at me. Can you spot the fact from fiction? I have lost who I am to who I wanted to be. All that stands here is now rubble. There is nothing left. I have torn it all down. Will I die here in this wasteland? My hands ache to rebuild, but my heart lies in ruin. I have to believe I can still do this. This story is not finished. I still have work to do. I will swing my hammer until I collapse. That is the first one. Sorry, just trying to find my other ones. There we go. I am terrorized by the night. My dreams haunt me. I remember the touch of your hand, but can no longer describe the sensation. Did I conjure up reciprocated feelings in my desire to feel something? In my confusion, I am forced to wonder, were you ever even real? I can no longer distinguish reality. My mind has been lost to the darkness. I still hear the sound of your voice, though I cannot recall what you said. Did this relationship exist solely in the mind of a madman? Our memories feel fragmented, or maybe they were imagined. And then here is the old one. The act of liking you feels almost too natural. Like I've just been here waiting for you to look at me and drop me to my knees. You are not a thief taking my breath away. Rather, I am consumed thinking about how it would feel for my breath to embrace you. I think I like you. Saying those words makes my heart beat faster. Not the reality of liking you, but making this declaration terrifies me, let alone the thought of saying this to you. My attraction to you has such a normalcy to it, as if seeing you completes for me my definition of beauty. You are not a sun demanding to be my world's apex. Instead, I feel the freedom to independently know that I want to spend time with you. I think I like you. These words are foreign to my mouth, not because they are less than true, but expressing this positively is new. And to do so, not expecting a response, is uncharted. My feelings for you have such a simplicity to them. Like when we're together, all the chaos gently fades away, and I can see only you. You are not a tyrant forcing me to do what you want. Instead, what I have offered, I have done so voluntarily so that I may forge an organic connection with you. I think I like you. This concept being true scares me. Not because you aren't to be liked, but allowing myself this makes my walls irrelevant. And being this voluntarily vulnerable hasn't happened in a decade. All right, that's what I got for you tonight.
Woo!
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Incredible, Raja. It's great to hear from you again. I met Raja in person. Raja's awesome.
Yeah, man. That's exciting. I'm envious of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Yeah,
it was a good meet. I got to meet Nick and Paul Conqueso. It was a great night.
Oh, that does sound like a great night. Again, you guys are just making me like envious. All right, yeah. So
Come
what
out
you
to
got
the East
anything?
Coast. Come out to the East Coast,
Dude,
brother.
yes, that's gonna be a thing for sure. Yo, you got anything coming up, man, that you like to promote? Any features or just work that, or how can people connect with you online for maybe seeing you for the first time?
Yeah, my Instagram, the poet _ Raja. I am really working on like getting some stuff together. I'm maybe trying to put a chapbook together or something in this upcoming year. So maybe some exciting so maybe some like published work from the poet Raja coming up sooner rather than later.
Awesome, man. Thank you. You'll be on the lookout for that. We'll follow you and we'll want to see that journey. You know what I'm saying? That's what we've been saying. I think I started off the show talking about how in this whole year plus of us doing these online spaces, just it's been fun to see everyone come up with new material and work and content. It's amazing. All right. So Pittsburgh. We're gonna go from Pittsburgh to New York, where we have Thomas Connor back on the show. It's always great, man, that you've been able to make it back tonight. So, Thomas, what is up? How you doing tonight? Go ahead and take the stage.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good here in New York. It's it's cold as hell, but that's New York. That's New York. So I'm gonna spit something that I'm kind of crafting at the moment. So bear with me for just a moment. Christmas mornings, torrejas simmer in canela. Mommy's house gingerbread sweet. Pan dulce con café. La mañana, radio wado. Background music before work. Polito Vega con los clásicos. Papi's search for the make-believe ballroom jazz was always on his mind. WNW in the background. He sought for sonic alchemy, yearning to illuminate the room. His stories moved to jitterbug funk. He made the place move. Me sitting bedside, waiting to go to school. Those times, unforgettable they were. Now just a blur, ripple in time that strays into the annals of my mind. Like that time I hit that Skelly Diller type hit. Yeah, I won the game. I became king for that day. That's the first poem. And I have one more. I often yearn to live in one of those disconnected homes, neighborhoods not built for us, where football rallies, makeshift drag strips, homecoming parades be the thing. Friday night lights glistens and shine, jocks with helmets under arms, cheerleaders with boyfriends on the team, where drive-ins and diners seem to be the thing. This place where everybody knows each other's names, neighbors and windows, vigilant of corners, align themselves and talk, sharing words to say nothing to pass the time. Tupperware parties, wine, and gossip. Celine, Dion, and Pandora. PTA meetings in between. See, for me, that's hard to relate. See, my part of Brooklyn stenched in the scent of gunpowder. Sirens screeching screams as they dragged us to prisons that seemed to fit us with ease. We seize as we breathe. March, nonviolent for peace that seems to never come. Still the victims of Reconstruction, when will our peace come? Still roaming these dirt paths like the ancestors once did. Now captured by precincts to meet quotas, I still feel the weight of the neighborhoods I still avoid. Hoping one day I walk free. I guess one day maybe. Only time will tell for sure. End poem.
Yo, awesome, man. Thank you. Did you have more?
Amazing.
Or
Oh yeah, I have actually a
I
lot,
wasn't
but-
sure. Okay, I wasn't sure. I guess I wasn't sure if you were done or not, because like sometimes people are like looking for a poem, or I don't know if they're waiting to like.
I mean, if you want, I have a one that just got published or published last year. It's an older one, so bear with me, guys. If you've heard this one, bear with me. Fear by day and night. Fear by day and night, fear so visceral, so thick that often clouds the sight. The infliction of your castigation bears heavy like levees on a Louisiana night. Backs, shoulders, and consciousness gripe. Souls breathing loss of life. Faintly we hear the ancestors weep, that haunting sound so deep, deep as the marrow in our bones, deep like the pain of our ancestors. Listen closely as they moan. Our future, like our past, bears little light. Death stands over our bones. Yet there is hope that comes in the name of Rosa, Martin, Malcolm, Panthers so ferocious, inspired by a little girl, marching with her head down, walking in strength, pacing her breath. This event birthed many events, willing to embrace death, all in the name of love. End poem.
Yeah, here. Right on, man. Dude, tell us about your upcoming feature.
Yeah, so I have a feature at the Word is Right with another poet called Wordsmith Philly, and that's going to be on December 11th.
Perfect, awesome. And if people like want to hear more of your stuff, how can they follow you online or keep up with you?
Yeah, you can follow me at Thomas Connor at Facebook, and I'm also TAC7371 on Instagram. Peace and blessings,
Awesome.
yo. Peace and
Sweet man.
blessings.
Peace. Yes, love, man. All right, Thomas. Glad you can make it on. I know you got on here like kind of late, but we got you. All right, Lil, we got our last 3 peeps that are signed up, and so we're gonna go to Los Angeles We have Deso Somok in the house. He signed up. He's going to do some poetry. LA, what is up, man? It's been a while. You've had to miss a
up,
couple,
Richie?
so it's good to have you back, man. What's up?
Yeah, I've been traveling and I kind of disconnected. I couldn't, so I've been gone a couple, like maybe 2 weeks. So I have a poem, and then I can do 1 or 2 songs if you like.
Right on, man.
All right, so I have this piece I didn't finish at the New Year weekend, so I'm going to finish it here today, if you will indulge my my creativity. The individual is insignificant. There is nothing outside the text, has often been misunderstood. The phrase has become the butt of jokes from late night hosts' soliloquies. Its author clarified the issue to mean nothing other than there is nothing outside context. The context of both the phenomena and the observer function as conditions of the meta domain. The cognitive operation of the observer is the operation of distinction. The observer specifies a unity as an entity distinct from a background, and a background as the domain in which an entity is distinguished. Everything said is said by an observer. The observer creates the conditions for quantum superposition. That is Schrödinger's cat. That is, when does the unity separate from the background? This operation of distinction is prescriptive and severs a unity from a background, regardless of process of distinction, and regardless if the process is carried out by an observer or by another entity. The progressive and recursive signifying will determine just how things will be understood. You may be attempting to reform within a family, can't fully be a new self. The family insists you be your old actual self. A country attempts to become a socialist state, cannot fully become a socialist state. There exists a regurgitative capitalist embedded, insisting the country abort its evolutionary desires. The outcome, a method of survival, answers the criteria of external and internal deformation. It may well change its entire appearance. Its apparent purpose is the process. Consider firms and industries, schools and universities, clinics and hospitals, professional bodies, Department of States, and whole countries. Every social institution, in several of which any one individual is embedded at the intersect. That's where the intersectionality comes in, is embedded in a larger social institution, and so recursively, and that all of them are recursive. It's just continuously recursive. This immediately explains why the process of change at any level of recursion from the individual to the state is not only difficult to accomplish, but actually impossible. In the full sense of the intention, I am going to completely change myself. The reason is that the I, that self-contained, self-composed, recursive signifying identity, it is a component of another recirculating recursive system. Now, we already know this means that the larger system perceives the embedded system as diminished, as less than fully auto-reproducible. That perception will be an illusion, but it does have consequences from the contained system. When it comes to social evolution, when it comes to political change, we're not dealing with institutions and societies that will be different tomorrow. The cynical legislation will pass today. The phallogocentrism of the legislation, even the revolution with which we will confront them, does not alter them at all. It proposes a new challenge to their reproductive adaptation. Their behavior may have to be very different if they are to survive. The point is that they have not lost their identities. A linguistic domain is intrinsically not informative. Surely, it sounds absurd. The notion of coding is a cognitive notion which represents the intersections of the observer, not a phenomena operative in the physical domain. The same applies to the notion of regulation. Notions such as coding, messages, or information are not applicable to the phenomena of self-reproduction. Wrong again. All of this is totally alien information, including codes and messages and mappings. If one thinks of reproduction, for example, as the process of passing on a DNA code from an aging set of tissues to an embryonic set of tissues, then the survival of the code itself is what matters. The issue of each generation are subject to aging and finally death. But the code is transmitted, the individual becomes insignificant because the species is in the code. And that is why identity vanishes in an ageless bit stream. The hydrogen bonded base pairs that link the sugar phosphate backbones of the DNA molecules disintegrate in the ribosomal garbage truck, breaks them down to carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and phosphorus, rematriating them into the background of imperceptibility. End poem.
Damn. All right.
Holy
okay.
shit.
Okay. Way to go.
That was amazing.
I forgot to mention that class was in session.
So that was that, Richie.
Shout out to the Ageless Bitstream.
You bet, buddy. All right. So I'm going to do this piece. This one, first piece here, Richie. How does that sound?
It's cutting out a little bit.
Oh, let me switch on original sound. How about there?
Much, much clearer, yeah.
Okay. This is Victor Jara, Comandante Che Guevara. Aprendimos a quererte desde la histórica altura, donde el sol de tu bravura le puso un cerco a la muerte. Aquí queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara. Mano gloriosa y fuerte sobre la historia dispara cuando todo Santa Clara se despierta para verte. Queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara. Vienes quemando la brisa con soles de primavera para plantar la bandera con la luz de tu sonrisa. Aquí queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara. Tu amor revolucionario te conduce a nueva empresa, donde esperan la firmeza de tu brazo libertario. Aquí se queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara. Seguiremos adelante como junto a ti seguiremos y confidentes decidemos hasta siempre, comandante. Aquí queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara. End song.
Awesome, man. How the fingers holding up there?
Hard, man.
Yeah, no, that's cool stuff, man. I'm really liking the music that you're bringing to bring out. Oh, there I am. Christine, thank you. A little early. So you have your Instagram there, right over your shoulder. Gashes 2019. And then you have your book right there, which is the name of the book. Gashes. And then you have the Facebook group, Pandemic Poets. Anything else you'd like to promote right now?
No, I think that's it. I think, I don't know if Propaganda Poet was still on, but we had a really awesome show at Kishwaukee College with Samantha and himself. So that was good. That was a good show. A good feature.
Right on, man. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you can make it. We missed you those last couple times you missed. All right. Let's go ahead and sweet. All right. Yeah, what is up, everyone? Man, these Mondays are always so much fun. Like I've said this before, and it's been a while since I've said it, but typically and maybe like as a broad culture, Mondays have always kind of been like just the blah day, like the meh. Just been that day where people aren't really about it. You go back to work, you start the work week, whatever, all these cliches. But ever since we've been doing these, I look forward to Mondays so much. So our own show and showcase. So, with that said, we got someone who it's been a while since they've actually performed at the show. So I'm really excited to introduce you some of you guys who hadn't heard her before. We have Christine Ponce Diaz. We got to rock out together at Jazz Night recently. She brought out her keyboard and got to play a little bit, do her little some feature stuff. We got Christine in the house, and I'm gonna pass it over to you, Christine. What's up? How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you guys? Doing good. Awesome. Cool. So I'm trying out, hi everybody. I'm trying out a song today. I've been listening to a lot of Muse lately, and I really like the piano and the melody line for Time Is Running Out. So that's what I'll be covering. And lately, I think it's a fun song that I could probably eventually add more, or do something different to it. So right now I'm just gonna try to go through it, and later on think of adding different stuff, changing it a little bit. But yeah, so this is Time Is Running Out by Muse. Can you hear the piano part okay? Does it sound like the sound? Okay.
It's good.
I think I'm drowning, asphyxiated. I wanna break the spell that you created. You're something beautiful, a contradiction. I wanna play the game, I want the friction. You will be the death of me. You will be the death of me. You will be the death of me. Bury it, won't let you bury it. Won't let you smother it. Won't let you murder it. Our time is running out. Our time is running out. Can't push this underground. Can't stop it screaming out. I wanted freedom, bound and restricted. I try to give you up, but I'm addicted. Now that you know I'm trapped since elation, you'd never dream of breaking this fixation. You will squeeze the life out of me. Bury it, I won't let you bury it. Won't let you murder it. Won't let you smother it. Our time is running out. Our time is running out. Can't push it underground. Can't stop it screaming out. How did it come to this? Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. You will suffer. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Why do I hear my voice the most when I talk? That's weird.
It's just my mic. It's
That was
just my
awesome.
mic.
Awesome. Christine, amazing. Yo, make some more noise. Show some love. You already are. Just you gotta read the
Yes.
chat after this, all right?
Woo!
Christine, you got anything else? Anything else anymore? Anything you'd like to promote? Share? Words of wisdom?
No words of wisdom. I'm like the furthest person from being able to give words of wisdom, but I can promote a thing that I'll be doing this Friday. A gig at Through the Looking Glass. Yes. Okay. Words of wisdom always carry a knife. Oh my God! Inside joke. Yes. Through the Looking Glass this Friday, 7 to 8, and I'll be doing some covers like this one. This is one, but that's it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Go check that out. Shout out to Through the Looking Glass, Abraham and Serena. There's some poets as well. They haven't been able to make it to these online mics, but they would read at BWOMS all the time. That's how they started. That's how they met actually, and started doing group poems and stuff. So they have an awesome gallery. We've done 2 events so far. Yeah, and so there you go. Thank you, Christine, CPD. And with that, that's the end of the show. I'm just kidding. I wanted to freak Dan out. Dan, you know you're next, okay?
You
So
haven't freaked me out.
what? Oh, you don't want to go?
You
Okay.
have not freaked me out yet.
Yet, okay. You want me to try?
Oh, and I would like to ask Christine if she could play any instrumental song.
Pay her $10.
Okay. Tell me, when do I start, Dan? When do I start?
Okay. I'm gonna do a little intro.
Oh, why, Dan? You gotta Cash App her $5 to do the instrumental. All right, yo, but go and take it away. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Thank you very much. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, looks like we are 19 days away till la 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 la. Yeah, I was gonna show that. Okay. Anyway, but since we're in December, we're down to the final month of the year, and once again, and I will play A Child's Calendar by John Updike in the month of December. Click. Okay. All right, Christine, take it away. December. First snow. The flake. So few, so light. Remake the world in solid white. All bundle up. We feel as if we were fat penguins, warm and stiff. The toy pack shops half split their sides, and mother brings home, then she hides. The old carols peal. The dust is dense. There is a mood of sweet suspense. The shepherds wait. The king, the tree, all wait for something yet to be, some miracle, and then it's here, wrapped up in hope, another year. Ladies and gentlemen, that is A Child's Calendar by John Updike in the month of December. Well, I gotta say, I really enjoyed reading the Child's Calendar throughout each and every month, only for once a month. So I really enjoyed it. So maybe there's a good chance I might do it again. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, Christine. That was nice of you. Okay. All right. And okay. And well, I guess that is it. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. Damn, I'm getting in the wrong place. All right, hold on. Okay, guys, and don't forget, I just did a 32nd birthday tribute to our good friend of BWOMS. His name is Anthony Austin Brown. He's a comedian, sometimes actor, and president of CEO Brother Please. So please, if you get the chance, check it out. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I should warn you. There's plenty of foul language on the shout outs, and one, the guy named Sun City Sebastian, I said something at the end. I had to cut it out. I had to edit that out, so I do apologize for that. I hope Sun City Sebastian understands that. So, okay. All right, hold on. All right, here it is. Read it and weep it. Find me on Twitter and Instagram, and like my page on Facebook. Don't forget YouTube, search and subscribe, and don't forget the hashtag. Okay. Thank you very much, Christine. That was nice of you. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next Monday. Back to you, Richie. Go ahead and close it out.
All right, thank you, awesome, man. Yeah, Christine is nice. I remember.
Yeah, I almost
the
forgot.
Story. Yo, don't interrupt me, man. What?
I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Just to let you know, we will have the best of 2021 slideshow. All of the archives of the BWOMS every Monday will be featured. Will be featured on the slideshow, and that includes you, Richie.
That's a lot of
Christine,
Mondays.
Kit, Khan, among everybody, among others. So you guys gonna like this one. All right, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So just be aware of that. It could be anytime this week. So I'll keep you guys posted. Part one, and I'll keep you posted if it's either part. So part one will be this week, and I'll let you know if it's going to be a 3-parter or a 4-parter. I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, back to you, Richie. Sorry about that.
Give me a minute or two to remember. Checking, typing.
Okay, let's go.
Checking out. Give me like 30 seconds to see if you remember anything else. Cool. All right, shout out to everyone on YouTube that was here today. Maria Maloney, her book of poems Cracked Spaces is out. Check that out. We're trying to maybe work something out. She's gonna be in El Paso this week, so I don't know, we don't have anything planned. Again, we do have Mona Bar on Tuesday. Go check that out. Wednesday I'm gonna be participating in an event called Writing on a Whim. It's put together with the super awesome group Pie Sisters. They go by Pie Music online. It's 4 sisters. They've been doing a trio lately, but they're just amazing musicians, singers, and songwriters. They started doing this thing online during the pandemic called Writing on a Whim Wednesdays, where they would just get together and like write hooks based on people's suggestions. And so they've turned into an event that's opened up to other people. I participated last month and it was a whole lot of fun. I can write some stuff on the spot and perform. So that's going to be this Wednesday. Go check it out. And I'm trying to get people to like participate, so because as creatives we have to challenge ourselves. So with that said, my name is Rich. If you guys like the show and have a little bit extra, if you feel like donating, I have some places you can do so right here. But of course, if you can do so, take care of yourself first if you need to. Anything helps too. Maybe just a little something for some coffee. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Please, if you want to keep up with these, follow us online. Barbed Wire Open Mic Series BWOMS. My name is Rich. It was super. I'm super grateful that I get to be your host, and we will see you guys next week. So for the live stream, we're gonna go ahead and say peace. But as always, we're gonna have an after party. So if you guys are on YouTube right now watching, and you always want to be part of this, you're more than welcome to join us. If you're just like shy and maybe don't want to perform on the live stream, you can still join us for afterwards. And we have people who share stuff afterwards, like who maybe don't want it to be online. So that's just an option. I'm mentioning it because it's always been there, but sometimes I forget. So for the live stream, my name is Rich.